The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
I'm so excited. I'm Jenny Bonish. I'm your storyteller here for Chicago Hidden City, and because there's only one city apparently. Well, let Spotter take us in.
Hey everybody, I am Antera, and tonight I'm playing Spotter the Nosferatu.
Hey everybody, I am McStabber, and tonight I'm playing Dr. Taylor Hammond of Clan Bruja.
Hello everyone, I'm John Levi R, and tonight I'm playing Dr. Magnus Sanchez of Clan Gangrel.
Hey everyone, I'm Kyle Busgate, and tonight I'll be playing Bastion of the Clan Toreador.
And hi, returning from being gone, I am Maddox, and I'm playing Dr. Theodore Smith of Clan Tremere.
As we ended last week's episode with a Primogen coming in very, shall we say, unnerved. I'm sure our coterie has informed Dr. Smith about what is going to happen, and I'm going to let the coterie show up at the merchandise mart before they go down.
Spotter's already there, waiting for the rest to show up.
Okay. Did somebody bring food?
If you want, Theo can.
Okay,
Supply.
because Taylor actually brought a gift from her garden. It's not food. So when Taylor arrives, she's actually got she's got her ghoul driving her in a car because of what she's carrying as a gift. She has taken one of the very special flowers from her garden as a gift for this seer. And it is in a pot.
Okay.
And she gets out of the car and she looks to Spotter. She thanks her ghoul and says, I'll text you when we're done. And then she looks back to Spotter and says, I figure it doesn't hurt to bring a peace offering.
Nope. She just says a gift. It's a early rule. But we can wait for the others. It's a little bit of a convoluted way to get there.
I'm sure.
Theo's car will pull up next, where there is some young man that you two don't recognize. Blonde, maybe. He gets out and helps Theo carry something out and throw it over Theo's shoulder, and it is someone unconscious as he walks over. Potter will offer to take it. Not that they're especially heavy, just I don't feel like carrying him, so thank you. Rather sudden. Yep.
Bastion actually comes down walking to this place. He is his normal self, except he's carrying a little gift bag with a little wrapping and little bow on top. It's not that big, and approaches. Oh, good evening, everyone.
Bastion.
Magnus shows up last. He's in an SUV, gets out. He's dressed in kind of a suit and tie with an overcoat.
All right.
Seemed like this might be a bit of an occasion, so
Ironically, Theo's in a jacket, black t-shirt, and jeans.
And Taylor's actually in a leopard print maxi dress with a black cardigan buttoned over it, and she's got black boots on.
I'll tell you, Warren is going to love you.
Bastion's wearing sandals.
Of course he is.
yes.
Right. So I guess Spotter will start leading them down through the old train tunnels and all that garbage before they get to the junction where the Lydia lives with the rest of the Nos.
And for Taylor, who hasn't been down there before, you will literally see the layers of Chicago as they go down.
Mhm.
When you get to the junction where the Nos live, as where before Lydia's area is, the vibe and the way that it feels, it's almost like it's a little chaotic energy. It's not that subtle, relaxed, kind of almost academic vibe. There's something charged. There's something that feels alive. And with with 5 of you that happen to have that little connection to the city through somebody else's lore sheet, you feel it. You feel this kind of chaotic, questioning, uncertain flow of the city. And when you walk in, and this is for Taylor as well, and Taylor, you do see that long room. You do see all of the books and the fireplace. And at the back end, you see the whole area of silk scarves coming out where this old day bed is. You see the candles all around, they're lit. And all of you see this spread on a table. It's almost like a Celtic spread. The only thing that's missing is the future cards. And they're not there. She isn't back, and throughout there are so many different books, and her hands are just going down, reading the Braille, trying to understand.
Just hold up, man. She knows we're here.
Hello, I'm sorry, give me a second. Please come in and make yourselves at home. I believe I let 5 chairs out by the table over there.
We'll find them, Lydia. Let us know when you're ready.
I'm ready. I'm little confused. But please sit down. Make yourselves at home.
Taylor will set the plant on the table near the chairs and sit down.
Bastion will put a little gift bag in there as well. That's it.
When she gets up, she walks over, and you'll see that it's a layered kind of robe. You'll see this cream, and then the purple, and a black, and then a gray. And it's all kind of ribboned out. She puts her hands kind of on the table. She tilts her head for a moment. Mama, can you describe what you...
Yes, it's basically the closest flower it would resemble would be a white water lily. But it is not. It is something unique, possibly ancient, maybe even not of Earth. Because these are the ones that Taylor's garden were blessed with.
You do see Lydia just kind of move her hand out to it. She doesn't touch it, but she kind of feels like, it looks like she's kind of feeling its aura.
Right, feeling its resonance.
This is different. I like it. What,
It is my
Sorry?
gift to you.
Dr. Hammond? It's an honor. And she does gently bow.
Thank you. This flower can heal. This flower can ease. This flower can bring bliss. I grow them in my garden.
Very interesting garden you have.
That's the understatement of the century.
I tend to do understatements. I enjoy them. This is beautiful. I love it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And she will then gently look and feel the bag. And she will slowly open it up. And what is in
Oh, it's one of the mugs from the children.
it? She will pick it up and
It
kind
probably
of
says
move
I've got dad jokes.
It's kind of like what Sanchez or what John's got wearing. It's like best pop ever. Let's soda about it. And she'll just go, oh, this
Horribly
is...
misprinted. Terrible
Yes.
art direction.
She feels it for a moment and she goes, very thoughtful of you, Bastian. I appreciate it.
You'll be the
She'll-
first.
I bet. I can feel the design on it. She puts it down gently, like, let me get away from that one. I'll just keep
Wow. When the Tremere cares about aesthetics, you know it's bad. Where did Spotter set the unconscious person that Theo handed over to him?
Near the table.
Okay.
You could probably do it to the table, and
Right.
he will eventually find his way in front of the hearth where there is a lovely, like, low fire, keeping whoever that is nice and warm.
Mm.
But
He's
they're
also-
comfortable.
Seems a little drugged.
But I appreciate you guys coming. I do not know if any of you know tarot. Do you?
Vague familiarity.
One of the people that come to me often asked me to do a spread. I thought the 5 of you could help me with this. You guys were what the city needed. But it's also best to tell me what the city needs now, or where it's going to go. Because in this spread, I'm confused. And she will then put her hand on the tower, because the tower card is in center. This card, the tower, does mean quite a few things. But I don't think it means destruction or change. I think it means something of literal power. And being that many of you are no longer a part of such a place, and I am not one of them either, I find this interesting because she will gesture to the next card. I have a Queen of Cups.
Fulfillment.
But I have a queen before me. Because next is the Queen of Swords. We have a queen in the city. From there, I have the 4 of Pentacles reversed. Do you know what this one is? She's kind of tuning that Theo's giving her a weird look.
It was more just Maddox reacting in the moment. Sorry.
No, you're fine. This is more of releasing control, moving through hoarding to generosity, but at the same time, it's letting fear-based clinging. But also the work is not done. They're getting lazy, aloof. And the last, the world upside down. And then she will gently gesture, and you see there are no future cards. Nothing came out. Though being some of the greatest minds in Chicago, I thought, what is it telling us and telling me? Because I'm not sure if this is an ebb or a flow.
Junie,
Yes.
can Magnus roll intelligence occult?
Sure.
Ooh,
Okay.
actually, fuck, I'm
Cool.
good at that too. If it's all right, I'll piggyback on that.
Bastion is not going to roll anything. He's actually going to go for a straight question.
Okay.
Who on earth would have thought in a game about dice rolling and role playing, one of the things you do is roll dice?
And the other is role playing. So Bastion's going to look at the spread and look at Lydia and say, okay, order of business. You said that this card, he points at the tower, means somewhat of a literal sense.
I don't feel, from what I know of the tower, a sudden disruptive and often traumatic change through breakdown in full structures, ego, or aligning unaligned foundations.
I got 8 with a crit on the intelligence occult.
Okay.
I got 1 success.
Okay.
Magnus got 5. Magnus is specifically puzzled by the whole thing of no future cards came out. Like, how does that work when you're supposed to place cards for each, spot?
Mm-hmm. I will say Taylor is focusing on it from her perspectives all the way back when she was alive, where she had ties to Eastern mysticism.
Okay, but
through the
gonna
Bedouins that she lived with.
Right. With Dr. Smith, ooh, she's doing tarot. Yay. You do understand the basic meaning of the cards. That's not a problem. For Dr. Sanchez, no future cards means that no future has been set. No future has been laid out. It has not been determined. Normally with a seer
So
or
there's
something.
no direction for that to be found.
Exactly. For Dr. Taylor, using that mixed in with Eastern mysticism, you're seeing, with all the cards being represented, that it's calling out a pattern. It's calling out certain people, but at the same time, it's showing you, showing Portia. It is showing where the city is and where most kindred are because of the tower becoming very lax, very aloof. When you're seeing the world reversed, it's lack of closure, unfinished business, it's feeling of stagnation. And due to the fact that there is no future cards, there is no clear path. There are way too many paths. But at the same time, I'm giving this to you because of your crit. You also know that as you are moving on, and you guys have done, as she said earlier, you were what the city needed. The city doesn't know what it needs now, and it is calling out for help and direction and guidance.
Taylor will actually stand up. Is the table that we're sitting around, is it the one with the cards on it?
Mm-hmm.
And she'll walk around to actually face the spread a little bit closer. So she'll be standing by the seer. And she'll look at it and say, a long time ago, I was in the company of Bedouin mystics. And she looks down at the spread and says, This here, the work I've done with others, including even this crew here, has led to this card. This one, as you know, the other queen. She is
Who?
of chaos. She is of destruction. She is of fruitless fighting. Because
You
she
see
knows
Lydia
nothing else.
frown as you say this. Yes.
I understand that soon we will not be, all of us, what the city needs from this reading here. Because it doesn't know what it needs next, but it's not us.
This is true.
However, she is a fucking problem that the city needs help addressing. That's why she's here.
I agree with this.
And with that, Taylor looks up and looks at Bastion. Elena.
Yeah, kind of got that. Is the word upside down also literal?
That is, the world is in tarot the last card. It is, when you step through it, you start the cycle over again. So it's a completion, reversed, incomplete. Something hasn't been finished. And she points to the Queen of Swords. This hasn't been finished.
Are we positive the other queen is you?
Maybe it isn't. But considering what has happened in this city, I think it's not just me. I think it actually represents all of us.
So,
What do you have, Spotter?
Spotter's actually just going to sense the ley lines. Because
Okay.
last time I did this with her in the room, their cards, I could see them connected to things.
And Bastion, please.
Please, yeah.
oh, he is going to say, so just to be clear, just see if I got that right. This was a general reading of the situation up until this point, and there's no future answers.
Not yet. Because
Not yet.
this is what it's my understanding based on what Lydia here has said, and also what my experience has been, that the city doesn't know the future, doesn't know what direction to suggest.
Why don't you draw more cards?
There were no cards left to draw. When you do a spread, you ask the cards the question. I received this as an answer, and when I went to go get the future cards, the cards would not come. You do not force the cards for answers.
Oh,
Magnus gets up and walks over to kind of on the other side of Lydia from Taylor,
Mm-hmm.
so that he can also like be seeing the spread as the reader would see it.
As she sees it. Mm-hmm.
And he just takes out his phone and snaps a picture of it. Do we have signal down here, Junie?
Probably not.
You have maybe, if you're lucky, maybe like half a bar.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Look,
So he's just gonna hold on to that for the moment.
Okay. Maybe you're in a Nosferatu Warren and they have free Wi-Fi.
They have repeaters. They're all over the place.
Nah, smart Nosferatus turn every Warren into a Faraday cage.
Exactly.
Especially one with a seer in it. But yeah.
Not wrong. Yeah, not wrong. I'm going to say for your ley lines, as you kind of look at these cards and then you sense everything around you, the ley lines aren't normal. Normally they would ebb and flow like the rivers. Normally they were connected to everything around. Even they were connected to Lydia. They were even connected to you and anyone else you were down with. you only see 3 connections. You, Taylor, Magnus. You don't see a connection with Bastion, Theo, and Lydia is kind of in this kind of like waiting part of a ley line. She's trying to connect to understand a bit more to help, but you can see from her there are splintering factions at different parts of the ley line, as if she's giving of herself to other people to try and help Chicago and trying to help continue on with what needs to be done. But right now, they're not sure where to go.
That's weird. I'm only seeing 3 connections. Like, this is not normal. Me, Magnus, and Taylor. There's nothing connected to Bastion or Theodore. It's usually what you guys are down here with me it's all around us.
Now it's Theo's turn to stand up and walk to have the spread facing him in the correct direction. And he's actually going to reach down and place his fingers on the world card. And Theo would like to use premonition.
Okay.
And he's going to, he's not saying it out loud, but he is asking a question of the premonition in his head to see if that directs it. Because he had an idea and he wants to double check. So his question is, does the city need a coterie?
Okay. Give
And
me.
he's seeing from that because he's got an idea if the answer comes back as something specific.
Okay.
Well, it's been a while since that's happened. I'm not even sure how that will work. But messy crit for 5.
5. Wow, that's a pickle.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you messy crit through whatever.
It's fine. What
I'm sure it'll make sense.
It's fine. What's the clinic compulsion of Tremere?
Perfectionism.
Mm-hmm. Sure is.
Is that what I'm going through?
Yeah, pretty much. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
Here's the twist of it all. As you're going through this premonition, you see in your mind as you're touching this world card, you see the coterie. You remember how you started, how you have grown, not just as a coterie, but how you've grown as pillars of the community. But from those 5 pillars, you see 2 move away. 1 wobbles, and 2 stand on the further edges, like as in they're supporting a beam that's holding up what looks like, I wouldn't say an old Roman building, but an older building. And then you see stairs that are slowly being built up. And you see another set of columns slowly starting to build.
Outside of the vision, Theo's, with his eyes closed, just his face splits into a grin. That he's not hiding. Like, this is one of the more emotional expressions you all have seen on Theo's face. And it almost, for anyone with decent, like, people skills, it's more a grin of, I was right, than success, but...
I will let you play out the vision.
We've all, each of us, I believe, already set things up where we can solve this issue. Chicago's main concern and the way things are looking is that there is a fear of a structure crumbling from lack of support. However, and he specifically points to Magnus, then Taylor, then Spotter, and himself, and finally Bastion. We all have young ones in whatever ways we can come up with. I think establishing a coterie to maybe not fully take our place, but provide extra support could be an excellent direction to go. My child alone has proven to be quite the thaumaturge. And subconsciously, Theo will then reach out and adjust one of the corners of the tarot, just so that it's in line with the other one that it's directly above. But he seems like he's got a bit of a self-satisfaction to him at the moment.
Mhm.
And he just lets that statement hang for whoever wants to take it next.
I don't disagree, but a younger coterie can't deal with Helena.
Oh, no, not just the younger coterie. And Helena is definitely not their problem.
She's
Well,
also
for
Taylor
this-
kind of
goes and
above our
sits down
pay
next to Bastion.
Theo will also probably go and sit back down.
You
was
look
that,
lost
Magnus?
in thought.
Helena's still a bit above our pay grade.
Mhm.
She's not a Niktuku where they're practically animalistic, and we were able to take advantage of that. You know, she's just as old, if not older, than that one was, but with all her faculties around her. It's going to take someone either high up in the cam or older than us to deal with her.
Mhm.
Or we remove her supports.
Hmm?
We remove her supports. And she
Hmm.
comes crashing down.
Yeah. Especially considering that the city apparently needs some connection to us, but not as specifically a new coterie. So if two of us are leaving, how do we guarantee that this support that we are providing is going to actually happen?
Right.
Magnus has gone back to sit down at this point. He looks at Lydia and he's like, just so I understand this correctly, this was specifically focused on the kindred in the city, yes? And hypothetically speaking, what happens if that queen, and he points to the one representing Portia, is removed from the board?
She slowly starts to grab her cards and she starts to shuffle slowly, carefully. And what she says, it's very, very old, very, very old language that Junie's trying to remember which one it was because it's been a day. Sanskrit, which actually Theo and I know Taylor does know a bit of, so she will be asking over and over again to the cards, what happens when the support, or what happens when the queen falls? what happens to Chicago, because that's her focus. And as she does it, card falls out. And her hand goes to feel it. And as she turns it over, it's justice, right side up.
I guess it's time to talk to Papa.
I don't envy you.
There are also some other options we can look at. Getting
I'm not
Annabelle out of
talking to activate him right away. We isolate her first. And then she either runs away because she has nothing to lean on here, or she starts scrambling to get more, and while she's scrambling, he can step in because she's distracted.
Makes sense.
I do have a mind for tactics when I decide to.
Well, you are always the queen.
One thing's not adding up in my head, however. I may be dumb. This might be a dumb question. But he points at the cards. This here says the tower. Bearing spotter and Theo. Like,
what do you think she's connected? What is she connected to?
She's connected to the tower.
And who do you think has her claws in the tower?
I see.
This doesn't leave this room, and she looks directly at Lydia.
I know nothing.
Bell told me one time that he found some letters in Hardestat's office. They intentionally sent Helena here. Led her to be here, manipulated her to be here. To disrupt what Menelay was doing. Because the Ventru have an ancient grudge with Bruja.
This makes sense. This makes sense in so many different ways. Your secret, your words, I know not. Appreciate you saying so.
I have not told anyone, and I don't think Bell has ever told anyone but me.
And those words will never be uttered again.
So, my vote is we isolate her. Get her pawns, her bishops and queens and rooks and knights, all of them out from under her. Any way we need to. Manipulation, destruction. I don't care what it is. Get them away from her. And when she's scrambling to replace her losses, hopefully Papa will step in.
Or she will clear out. Either
Or
seems
she will clear
acceptable.
out on her own to start somewhere else anew.
What pieces are we aware of?
Oh, a lot of them.
There is the
Quite a lot of them, actually.
I can only immediately think of two, and both of them are descendants. So I don't think
Yes,
that counts.
I've already secured Brett.
That was fast.
He likes the vibe of my places.
Sorry.
Hopefully he'll become less of a slut if he's with you.
Oh no, he can be more of a slut if he wants to be.
Problem's not being
I'm not slut shaming him in the slightest, okay? He likes what he likes. It's fine. But
the problem is being obnoxious.
Yeah. he actually he's very well behaved. Very well behaved, and a place that he feels supported.
But when you don't have to keep bringing the food to her to eat and constantly making things that are going to be broken.
Right. When
You
you are
will break-
supported, you will not be as chaotic.
Hmm.
and
Okay.
you break something that is beautiful,
Mhm.
what does a rose do?
Falls apart.
You are a rose bastion. Very flagrantly flowery and very fiery rose.
Yay. Yay.
Well, you scream fire.
Well,
So how do we handle Annabelle? Because that's
Oh,
her
I-
closest.
I got that.
Okay.
Oh, and for the curious people around me, basically I can go for her seat.
Absolutely you can. But first, you need to go on a vacation.
Oh, I'm not really going at her seat, but a threat?
Yeah.
That's enough for
Go
her
on
to shiver
vacation
herself.
first. Go on
Mhm.
vacation first and come back and take her seat, or try to.
Oh, I'll go on vacation and I'll take my kids,
Yes.
all of them. We're going to Paris,
Oh.
and they are going to thrive there the way she never could. And then I'm coming back and said, "You said these are rejects?"
Oh,
I love
and
that.
that could then also potentially prompt her to go to Paris if she sees it as a new opportunity.
Mhm.
If
Oh,
Paris
oh.
starts to become hopping.
I mean, if she wants to go, she can go with my kids because I plan on actually going there and telling her myself directly what I'm going to do. Because if you scheme around a toreador, they may be a little, but if you leave them around knowing something that they cannot stop, she's going to go crazy. And that's unreliable.
And what are some lesser known pieces? Because Annabelle and Brett come to mind instantly when I think of those who are told what to do by her.
Well, we took out the gulupulu she was using.
And good riddance.
As well as Sun,
Yep.
as well
The bone.
as the bone, Balthazar. Yeah,
Who was the one you delivered to her? Or the
oh,
ones you delivered to her?
a few satellites.
Hmm.
What do you think is going to with them now?
I have a
Well, that
hunch they're
depends
probably
if they're
gone.
if they are still in the city or
Oh,
in its proximity, which I doubt.
they aren't.
Good. So she's
Because-
lost those as well.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if the One-Eyed King is a shadow pawn of hers.
It's possible. It's possible.
Do we believe that she would bond every pawn that she has?
Not necessarily.
Doesn't
Only
matter.
the ones that she can get the most use out of.
Like
Otherwise,
her
it's a
child.
waste of her vitae.
Yeah.
I know another one. Danced with her before, named Electra. She teach me a few things.
Elytria?
Yeah,
Hmm.
she teach me a few things, but
Is she actually? Or is
Really.
she working against her?
It was very ambiguous.
Okay, maybe you should find out more since she's taught you some things.
I plan on to.
Okay.
We should also scope the clan, see if any Gnaws or any Toreador
I can find out,
from you.
Magnus, about One-Eyed King. I can find
Yeah.
out more when I talk to Papa.
I should be getting his location.
Yeah,
very
because
soon.
I wasn't here during all that shit, but I know based on what I've heard, there was obviously some pitting of pieces against each other between those two.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to know whose piece he was. And
Either way, I'm killing him just
well, no,
to
of
let
course,
him know that.
of course. But like, because he's nothing but chaos anyway. But literally, that leads me to think he might have been her piece. But truly, I need to get confirmation of that. I can't just go on gut with this.
Mm-hmm.
So
He
literally,
could also inform for others that you may be unaware of.
right, because he has still, even though he's withdrawn himself from these confrontations with her, he still has his resources and connections.
Mm-hmm.
So I can utilize that through him to get the information we need.
Yeah.
And if he didn't die, any bonds he had still active.
Who? Menelai?
The
Or-
One-Eyed King.
One-Eyed King. Oh, you know who it is, don't you?
I have heard the rumors.
Yeah, it's Loden.
I had a feeling he was one who was dramatic without need.
It's
The
because he was
Still
always.
alive.
It's because he was always overcompensating.
You're telling me this? It's the one who made how many children?
Yeah.
And how
Well,
many?
that was
of
because
them
that's
were-
all he could do, from what I hear.
Well,
And
when you
then,
are-
from what I've seen, he couldn't even pick good candidates.
when one suffers from a whiskey dick, it will never be up into the best thing ever. Is it true?
mean-
Lydia, remind me to send you a bottle of something nice.
Neely was a competent.
I'm gonna bring up the
Competent
whiskey dick thing to Neely next time.
Have fun with that.
Who,
It will
what
be
did you say,
amazing.
Magnus? Who was competent?
I was saying Neely was competent for what he was.
Yeah.
Who would have thought the smartest of his brood was the one that had fled to the Sabbat?
I mean, I
But
did
he was
say
the
he
one-
was, knowledgeable about what was smart to do within the cam, but he was competent at whatever he set his mind to.
Remember, they didn't remove their bonds. Neely did because he went to his spot. The other ones never did, and they probably maybe are still connected to him.
Hmm.
Right, time for me to go beat Horatio.
Well,
I mean, if your hits will even register.
Oh,
It
they
will
will,
not.
trust me.
Ouch.
look, one can only carve clay in one way or another, but the clay will still come back together at some point.
Hmm.
How can the man still eat and still add more to himself?
There are ways.
As I think of it, getting rid of pawns, Taylor, as you said, is kill, relocate, break
Manipulate,
a
whatever.
bond, whatever ways it could be.
Mm-hmm.
For most of those resources, each of us, and he even indicates Lydia in this, can in some ways contribute.
Mm-hmm.
The one that's harder is the bond. Do we
That's
know
okay.
of any descendants of Vasanta Sena?
Yes,
A part of me keeps thinking that we do.
We do.
we do.
I can start working on finding a way to notice bonds, if that's
That
the
would be
direction to
smart.
go.
Mm-hmm.
That would
Because
be smart.
any that
Because
we
I
find,
can't imagine a bond with something that potent would be hard to tell.
oh no, especially if I hone the process. and
Considering
make
that
it
there were
less-
rumors that her ghoul read as a fucking vampire.
Oh, Bastion, I'll need a blood sample.
Oh, of course.
Your descendancy should actually help with this research.
Not a problem. If you can burn her through my blood, be my guest.
I am an impressive sorcerer. I do not believe I could.
Not with that attitude.
Right.
Menelai maybe
That's quitter
could.
talk.
Not without a lot of preparation.
See, there he is.
If only Dr. Smith had people he could talk to about such a thing that
Hmm.
were in some sort of, building.
Gosh,
I
it really
wonder.
is a shame that that Khaled is not here.
Yeah.
Perhaps maybe there's something in what he left for you. And she looks to Spotter. Out of
Take a
character,
look.
she's referencing the journal.
Yeah. No, I'll take a look.
Okay.
I wasn't looking for anything like that specifically last time, but
Yeah, maybe there's something in there.
yeah.
Khaled saw it all and wrote all,
Mm-hmm.
from what I remember.
Mm-hmm.
He was a
And look-
very, very wise man.
Last I heard, he was abroad.
No, he's still a guy.
Now,
But I think this is what you needed to do.
okay.
Come up with a plan.
Also coming to see what Chicago needs, because you have been very faithful and very good and very wise with
Hmm.
it. Help me on this too, because tell you what, Calhoun couldn't even answer half of the questions I had. And
Did
even
we
better,
answer
it's
your
not them.
questions?
Yes.
Good.
By sitting down. By opening up your minds and accepting your roles within the city.
However temporary some of them may be.
I remember our first meeting, Dr. Smith, and your question was to me, what was it?
Something about ebb and flow.
Where are we at now?
A zenith.
Will
Could go
we
either
eventu-
direction.
Which way do you want it to go?
That remains to be seen, Lydia.
You don't know which way you want the river to go?
Oh, well, I would hope it would continue.
The
Beyond
visitors are
that,
great.
when you have no true answers, why give a full one?
Because you're telling me where you want to go.
Forward.
Okay.
To do anything else feels stifling.
Ooh. Show your tremere with those words. Interesting.
Someone may be rubbing off on me a little.
Oh?
I'll tell you later when we meet up just for tea or something. It's later.
Oh, okay. Because I feel a new sense of vitality amongst you now.
Yeah, he enjoyed the sex.
Shut up, Taylor.
Taylor,
But-
I'm so glad. I was not going to say it, but I'm so glad you did.
Aren't you glad there's a Bruja in this group? Okay.
Oh yes, nothing more refreshing than a steamroller bursting through a brick wall.
But
No
she
need to
said
describe
what
how
you
it
were
went, Ayo.
What's that song? I believe it's called I Came In Like a Wrecking Ball.
I mean, if you're going to make an entrance, make a fucking entrance, okay?
Mhm.
Yeah, correct. So
And-
you Mhm.
Sorry, just one last thing as I think of it. It won't be perfect what I'm about to suggest, which is more than a little annoying. But if we could all check within our own personal kindred circles, see if anyone's noticed someone who visits the Succubus Club frequently, and I'm not looking for guarantees, just hints. I plan to speak with Tracy and see if there's
Or
any
associates more with people who are known to be in the Succubus Club often.
ones who go to talk to Annabelle or Brett or etc.
Hmm.
I plan on speaking with Tracy about it.
Oh, Rose, with so many roots in the system, I would check everywhere. At least those that are, shall we say, associated. And she just takes the tower and holds her hand. Areas where she knows she can walk freely without problems.
Hmm.
This means you go away from the main points. I would point out there are Elysiums all over the city that are not as widely used, but are still Elysium. And what better place to find and be okay in a place to have a meeting when nobody is watching because everyone else is somewhere else.
Have they
Especially because
replaced-
most
Magnus, go ahead.
especially because most people don't know who she actually is. They think she's just Annabelle's child or an adoptee that Annabelle has picked up.
I believe she was described at one point as a lost stray.
Worst kept secret in the fucking city. The lady doesn't even know how to act like a neonate.
I've met thin bloods that knew.
I know. She literally comes off as something ancient and old. She cannot even pretend to be a neonate.
I doubt many of them can, at least convincingly.
Yeah, when you get that old, you don't have much left but ego.
And enough survival instinct to keep going.
So the trick is
Awesome.
don't get that old. Okay, go walk in the sun before that happens.
Or, keep your ties to humanity instead
That
of
too. But if that doesn't seem
losing
feasible,
them
go
all.
walk into the sun.
Yes. You're the greatest options at the end of a kindred's existence. Walk into the sun. Achieve Golconda. One seems far easier than the other.
Walk into the sun.
Walk into the sun.
But can't they do one of those if they achieve one of those?
Yes.
Yes, they can. But it's very
Mhm.
hard to achieve that.
It's just the difference of whether it's a temporary thing or something permanent.
All right,
Oh my
right.
God, we're getting so
I
philosophical
know.
tonight.
Oh my god.
For something
I
that's not
enjoy
possible.
this.
What?
I like hearing this. It's sometimes passions, the hearing of the physical. Jenny can't say words anymore. Sometimes hearing the philosophical warms up the heart and opens up the mind to new possibilities.
Of course, yes. The extraneous and very important philosophical side of go kill yourself.
Sometimes
I
that's
mean,
all we
it's
have
better
to
than
talk
becoming
about.
something like Helena, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Then you wouldn't have to deal.
Okay.
You wouldn't
Magnus
then have to
just-
deal.
Magnus just looks at Bastion and says, to be or not to
Not
be?
to be.
That is the question.
But
There's
there
also
is
something.
no fun.
There's
Oh,
also
well-
something to be said of. Sorry, Jenny.
No, go.
There is also something to be said for wanting to finally have an end to monotony and repetition and monotony and repetition.
That
Because it
when it
seems
gets
like
to be too much, you have options.
That's my whole life. Sorry, the Toreador attention span of a bee.
I'm not even especially old by kindred standards. I'm not even a quarter of the way to 200 in total. And I'm already seeing things behaving the same as when I was first embraced.
You might be a Toreador. You might have the options. But you have options.
Oh, yes.
Some don't.
My trick is I don't stop moving. I don't stop doing things. I periodically go back to college just to keep up to date on what's going on in my field. And I keep at it because
Always
there's
keep
always
learning.
something to learn.
The objective is getting 10 doctors before a name.
I mean, I think I'm getting
Also-
close to that already. I just don't keep the old ones current.
And Bastion, truly, doctorates aren't that hard to get.
Not when you have nothing but time.
Dr. Bastion.
Now,
Also, connections with humanity, they are, yes, you will see a lot of similarities, but nothing is ever truly the same. Even if you meet the same soul that you met in a previous life, they will not be the same person.
right, because their experiences will shape them.
That is true.
Mhm.
I'm sure there's somebody who was alive when you were a boy that is in a completely different life now. And if you were to bump into him, you wouldn't recognize him until he said something, and that would throw you back over 100 and some odd years.
oh yeah,
I've got someone that reminds me of someone too.
As do I.
I know
Mhm.
it's not him. Couldn't be. But it seems a lot like him.
Too many similarities for it to just be coincidence.
Yeah.
Yes, I think we have a similar experience, Taylor.
Hmm.
I
the
know
most I
one that
have,
is the same soul, but they're not the same person.
the most I have is a great son.
My goodness.
Oh yeah, he studies in your university, Taylor.
Nice.
Not the same surname.
I don't even
As-
know your surname.
I was about to say.
Yeah, I don't believe any of us do.
Exactly.
You're just
Bastion.
Bastion.
What is your surname? I'm curious.
Good thing that you're curious. Keep that up, that mind. It's
Good, I was a
important.
city
Bastion
later.
K pseudonym.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Well, Lydia, thank you for inviting us.
Thank you for coming.
I appreciate you not reading my future.
I don't read anyone's future unless they ask, and you did not ask.
No, I will never. So.
That's probably wise.
Oh, I did
believe-
once, and then I got flat out lied to. So I won't do that again. But
I understand. Hence why I only ask when I need a question that you can answer for me. I do appreciate you coming down here to talk to me.
And do enjoy the flower. We studied it extensively and tried it in a variety of applications, and every single one of them worked.
She just kind of gently brings the pot over to her for a moment. And as she moves her hands like this,
You
she
can
smiles
touch
and
it.
goes, "Oh, I know. But they like to feel the radiance of the aura.
Yes.
It reminds me of home. But I appreciate this very much. Bastion, your gift is very much appreciated too. And
No, it's shit.
She'll just bring the cup over to her.
No.
You can
give
use
the
it to
shit.
water the plant.
Yes,
If it can retain water.
it can. It's just
Functional.
ugly.
And trust me, I will always say this. I will never read anyone who doesn't wish to be read. So no problems. I just hope that you understand that I am trying to make sure that everyone is finding their way. And it's a city, more so than any one individual.
Do try to put Mr. Calhoun's mind at ease. He was
I will.
quite distraught.
I will be seeing him. And she actually puts her hand up for a moment. I will be seeing him shortly, and I will put him to ease.
Good.
You have my assurance.
Well, gentlemen, should we take our leave?
Yes.
Head out for just a moment. I won't be long.
Sure.
All right.
As he gets up, Magnus reaches into his coat and pulls out a card. It's like a formal cardstock card that just has the the new symbol of the
clinic network.
medical, yeah, the medical network. And it has in Braille on it, it says, "This is not a boon, but this may be cashed in for one favor from Dr. Magnus Sanchez."
And she will nod and thank you. And as she hears everyone kind of leave, she only hears the four. So she'll go, Dr. Smith?
Just two small things. For
Yes,
one Tremere to another.
of course.
I know the clan culture doesn't encourage internal support, but I'm bucking a trend.
I see that the Bruja has changed you as well as somebody else, which I like this change.
Firstly, and he will, and again, doesn't care that she can't see it. He will still gesture to the man laying still unconscious by her hearth. I would say give it another 3 minutes for full potency to wear off, just so you aren't drugging yourself by accident. And he will actually reach out and place a hand on her shoulder. In helping Chicago, remember that includes you. Just because Sears are seen as separate doesn't mean you are.
I always include myself. Do you
Good.
know why? Chicago and I are together. It is hard to separate one without the other. And at the same time, she needs a voice. Some of us aren't as blessed as Spotter and his line.
With enough collaboration, I think you could learn the trick.
Oh, I'm working on it in my own way. And now that I have it, she will gently kind of bring the flower closer to her. And now I have a beautiful flower to help me even more so.
As a small experimental suggestion, and Theo will start making his way towards the exit, eat one of the petals, and then he will leave. Waving goodbye, because he doesn't care that Lydia can't see. He knows she can.
I
In
just give
a
him like a
different
little
way.
of this. And I leave it to the courier to continue as you go back up.
And Theo will actually jog to catch up with everyone.
Taylor's texted Reza, her ghoul, to let her know she's ready. So she's waiting on the car.
Magnus is texting the picture of that he took to one of the cousins. Just like, can you get someone who's good at tarot to look at this? It was specifically about my associates, all of my associates in the city, and what that might look like for the future. Because, he'll take Lydia at her word, but he also believes in, trust but verify.
Mhm. Bastion actually is by the side of Spotter and goes, so do you think is there any on your clan that might be under her?
I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, how do we know even one of your clan is under her?
They like to flaunt about it.
No. Mhm.
But even if that's not the case, just keep an eye out for your kids. Maybe, what they're doing, what they're talking to.
Yeah. No, I was I'm actually gonna meet them now. I want to get them started on monitoring Succubus, the other places. See if we can get any,
Your group, my group, we are both covering different areas, but we can work together if the need rises.
Okay, yeah, just stay in touch, man.
Of course, I will have to make a statement to Annabelle, but with me I can work. And hey, Theo, were you quite finished with your private talk? Your 101 in magic?
No, it was no discussion of magic. It was just a bit of unsolicited advice.
I hope
Well,
she'll try the flower. I'd love to see what it would do for her.
I am a little curious. I'll probably check in the next time I visit her and see.
Mm-hmm.
I come
Yeah, if
down
it's
and find that
ingested, it can do wondrous things.
I'll probably find that she's distilled into an extract or something.
I mean, that does wondrous things too. We use that in the Turkish bath. So literally when applied to the skin, it completely enhances senses to the point in vampires that they feel alive.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Is there a way that you could dry it and perhaps place it in a hookah?
Perhaps. Maybe the leaves.
I'm curious what that would do.
I mean, I would imagine it's similar to ingesting.
Hmm.
And if you need healing, it heals. If you don't, you get euphoria.
I so wish that didn't have religious importance to you, Taylor. Otherwise, I would be doing so many things with those flowers.
I bet you would. You'd be enjoying those like you
I must find a way to give Mark erectile dysfunction. I must find a way to give Mark. Just sort of mantering
the
that.
flowers would heal it.
Yes, the only reason I would be comfortable doing it to him because it's not permanent.
oh,
And she actually wraps an arm around Theo's shoulder and says, "You know you love me."
And he says, just loud enough for everyone to hear, begrudgingly.
I know.
You're easier to love than hate.
Exactly. Oh.
yeah.
And when Risa pulls up, she gets in the car and says, "I'll see you guys later."
Bye-bye. Let's hope and pray that my head is still on my shoulders by the end of the night.
Oh, it should be.
You have no idea what I'm about to do you?
If
Tell
it
me
isn't,
after.
there's a lot more people whose heads will be removed shortly.
Are you asking me out on a date or something like this?
A
No.
murder date?
Is there any other time?
At this point, I think Theo's Revenant will pull up in his car, and Theo will actually wave to him. He will get out, go to the passenger, and Theo will then get in the driver's.
Bastion will actually take out his phone, start messaging people. He's going to set up a few things, but he's going walking to take a cab. He has an address he has to visit.
Magnus just gets in his SUV and heads out.
Yeah, Spotter just texts some of the kids and to meet at the new place, and then gets back to he goes back inside and to the sewer access stuff.
And as you all depart, I think this is a great time to go to break.
Absolutely. We'll be back in about 10 minutes, y'all. See you soon.
Well, we had a great first session. A lot of information, a lot of interesting things, and Taylor was not read by the seer. Win-win for everyone.
That's a good night.
We didn't want a dead seer, so yay!
Always celebrate
Even
when you
better.
don't know your future.
Yeah, exactly.
Because ultimately it doesn't matter because she's just going to live how she wants to.
I see you living as you want to.
Yes, that's exactly it.
No.
and see you
It came
leaving all
true,
your things
yay.
behind. Now I got safety dance in my head. Great. While while the safety dance is in Junie's head, we're gonna take a quick thing as Sputter is going back into the sewers to a place that he had, shall we say, told his kids to show up.
Mhm.
It takes him a little bit because walking the sewers does take a bit of time.
No
He
traffic.
will, yes, that, and you gotta watch for those Macaulay because you never know when a were-eater is gonna get you.
Cocaine gator.
Wait,
That
does
movie would
cannibalism
be
work on
much more
Shakers?
terrifying than Cocaine Bear because the cocaine lizard can actually turn into Godzilla if they have the right gift.
and they got cocaine in their system. They
Yeah,
tough as a
and
motherfucker.
Honestly, if you tried animalism with that, they might become offended.
Right.
Or they could lean into it
I
like
mean, they
Splatter
are
does.
Gaia's memory, so they need to know everything. I
Right.
mean,
They do. It's just when you thought the Nosferatu were nosy ass bitches.
I know.
Yeah, this is fair. So Spotter gets into that sub basement,
Mhm.
and you hear the safety dance playing. You also hear work being done.
Mhm.
And as you come up, what you left of the bar
Mhm.
is now clean,
Mhm.
polished.
Mhm.
There's new floors done,
Mhm.
new walls done.
Mhm.
The Junie's trying to remember all of her construction wording. Everything is pretty much done, and you see the kids actually priming and painting the walls as the colors were left out. Because I think Spotter would have turned around and labeled primer, the front room, back room, up walls, just to kind of give a direction.
Sure, let's go with that.
Why not? Because Junie's slightly organized. Spotter might not be, but this is fine.
Mhm. Yeah, it's a
And
little different than they left. He's thinking about it now. It's still going to be a centralized bar with the racks in the middle for easy access to the booze and the taps and stuff like that. But he's kind of leaning into his Zelios thing to get the right angles. He wants all of the seats to be viewable by whoever's at the bartender.
Mhm.
But he doesn't necessarily want the seats to all be visible to each other.
got it.
So it's it's a good thing it's probably going to be pretty dark that you can't notice it, but it's a little bit of it might not jive if a human saw the layout. They might freak out and run or something. But yeah.
Just
So
in the Zelios is going to Zelios.
oh yeah.
And you're seeing the kids clean up, painting, doing kind of like helping you because they think, well, he wanted us to come here. Might as well do something while we're waiting.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of see them all gelling together, not as a coterie, but kind of like family.
Yeah.
And some of them are teasing each other. Somebody put a little paint on somebody's nose or what was a nose, and they're all just laughing and dancing, and some of them are singing the safety dance song.
Well, actually, Spotter's just going to sit in the booth and watch them until they notice that someone's entered the room, because that's something a Nosferatu should notice.
I'm going to say it's about a minute, only because they were all kind of jiving and thinking of what they were supposed to be doing, because you didn't give them direction on what to do. You just said meet there.
Yeah.
And they met there. They're thinking, well, he's not here. Might as well do something. And it's the little one. It's this little Nosferatu who's got this little old newsboy kind of hat on. And he's sitting cross-legged. Now he's about a good, teenish kind of kid. But he was short. And he kind of puts his head from on, sniffs the air, kind of turns around, looks at you, goes,
I just wave. I don't say anything. And I give him a thumbs up.
And then he goes, and he does that big long whistle,
Mhm.
and everything just kind of stops, and they all turn around to look at him. And he just kind of goes, and they all kind of look at you now, like,
So did you guys just jump in to help, or did you do something and you try to smooth it over?
they're all looking at you like deer in headlights. Like, you said to come here. We came here, but you weren't here. We saw this stuff, so we thought, well, might as well be useful. Is that okay?
It's fine. It's fine. Thank you.
Sure. I mean, we didn't do anything.
No,
And if
it's all good.
anyone does say we did something, I mean, they're totally fabricating anything.
Oh, it's good. It's all good. I appreciate it.
You kind of want us to work here anyhow, right?
No, work here. No.
Well, I mean, you want us to kind of help out here, right? At some point?
Yeah, but not with the actual operation.
Right. Well, we own a little bit of it by helping out, right?
Sure. Oh, of course. Of course. No, I have a very different vision for this place than you might be expecting. So,
Okay.
but that's not why I'm here.
I told you we can't call it the Spotter Cave.
No, it's the underbar.
The Underbar.
Mm-hmm.
So are we like underlings?
I don't
You're
like
like-
it. I don't love it. No, I don't really like it.
The one guy, the little boy kind of goes, or the little kid kind of looks and goes, but you're Batman. This is your Bat Cave.
But Batman doesn't have underlings. He has Robin.
Yeah, we all can't be Robin.
It's it's quitter tuck.
No, because I'm not a Robin. I'm more of a blueberry or a blue jay.
Oh, so you're Mr. Freeze.
So somebody else yells out, no, I'm a cardinal. Bitch, I'm a bat. Hey, where's Benny? Haven't seen Benny in ever.
Benny's probably like posturing up in one of the rafters or something.
Probably.
Excuse me. But yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, you're not going to let us call you dad, so.
No, that's weird. No.
You could all be the Waynes.
Anyways. I need to focus you guys on a few different places throughout the city. Surveillance, just surveillance. One of them, I'm sure you're already looking at it. Succubus Club.
Collectively.
Outside. You don't need to go inside.
Oh, okay.
We're just looking for regulars. I don't want the same people there, rotating them in and out, in and out.
You know the smell on there is foul, and they said we're bad.
Do it from across the street. Thimble's got binoculars you can borrow.
Thimble just nods.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. We know.
They're creepy as fuck. And
I
they say
know.
we're bad.
I know.
And you're making us go there?
Outside.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's outside or inside. You're going to get Servikov or something from that.
Oh my God, you guys are such bitches tonight. What the hell?
Well, you trained us. What'd you expect?
That's fair. That's on me.
Yeah, it is.
Damn it.
Because you'd bitch about this too, wouldn't you?
No.
Yes, you would.
No, because the only person I could bitch to about it would whoop me. So no.
Yes, she would. She'd totally kick your ass. Hey, isn't that song "Smack My Bitch Up"? Yeah, you got to play that for him.
Mm-hmm. So that's the first place. Now,
let's see another place.
Thimble and some of the others may remember that time We took a quick trip, a little side trip to one of those, smaller outlying Elysia. And it went totally awesome and nothing bad happened. Thimble, you remember? We met Nancy.
Thimble nods, going, yes, I remember. And
You remember nothing went wrong and everything was amazing.
sure.
See?
When you got called out you got called out in the bar because you turned around and just said, who wants to talk to me?
Yeah, I'm awesome. Everyone wants to talk to me.
Sure.
You don't want to talk to the spot man?
What?
What?
The spot man?
Yeah, no shit. That's like
That was so 90s.
What?
Up your game, my guy.
No.
Yes. The spot
Okay,
man, it's kind of like
you
the
need
scat
to-
man, which was a whole thing in the 90s.
You guys need to pay that attention to other lessons and not the being a bitch lesson.
But that's our best trait.
It's true. You got to lean into your strengths. I retract my statement.
Thank you.
So again, this for this same deal. Looking for same people. I don't need you to go in. Just look, get lists of people, descriptions, who's going in. One thing I want to be clear about: if you think you even have a hint that someone might have seen you, clear out and stay clear for another couple nights. Let me know.
Should we do rotations of every single one?
If you can. Like, I prefer you guys doubled up, but
We got a couple more people, so we could.
Okay.
We're about 15 or so.
okay. Yeah, so rotate them, not the same ones every, consecutive nights, that sort of thing.
Right. So one at the green thing, then they go to
Yeah.
the place we all hate. And then from there we go like to another Elysium and just kind of
Yeah,
ping
just
pong.
yeah, exactly. Do it to the same order every week.
Yeah, we could switch it up. Question though.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to go into any of them, right?
No.
We just watch in and out.
Mm-hmm.
You want this in an Excel spreadsheet?
I'm sure one of the people on my super coterie team can know
You
what to
don't
do
know what
with
an
those.
Excel spreadsheet is, do you?
No, what? Yeah, I know what that is. It's they're really good ways of putting information down.
You don't use computers, do you?
What? I have one.
When was it put together? Circa 1985?
No.
Mm-hmm. Sure. When was the last time you were at Radio Shack?
What's that?
Well, you know what, Papa S, we're gonna turn around and get you into a computer. That way you can do some extra spying and make it easier. Called a satellite, Dad.
Okay, look, I can barely use a phone. Like, space is just way out of my knowledge.
Everyone just kind of gasps and kind of stands back like, you can't use a phone?
I can barely use a phone. You guys know how I text you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured out sometimes that I think I'm typing it into Google.
That explains why I only get half a message. And then you yell at me when I didn't do the other thing because you said to do that. And I went, but that's not what I got. I got this.
Yep. That's about the long and the short of it.
Okay. Guess what you're going to be doing?
Guess what else you're going to be doing if you keep it up?
No. This isn't a negotiation.
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
Us teaching you to help you.
Oh, okay.
Better communication.
Mm-hmm.
That or we tell Naomi.
if you don't think she hasn't sussed out how much of a dumbass I am, then you are very far mistaken.
No, but if we can help you up your game, can you imagine?
Okay.
We're doing this out of love.
Okay, sure. I got it.
Do we
I'm
need a
happy to
group
learn.
like
I'm
you?
happy to try.
I mean, I'm glad you got the texting.
Mhm.
That's fantastic.
Mhm.
Now it's just a continuation of the texting and wait until you get into gifts. Or pronounced GIFs, depending on which way you want to do it.
Just making up words now.
No, I'm not. And also, wait until you get the meme game. Oh, you're going to love memes.
Oh, I
You
have
will
memes.
be-
I know memes. No, I got memes.
How do you know memes?
I sent K-Jack. I sent him a picture of Calvin pissing on the White Sox logo.
Somebody says, heresy! That's fine. I've got one that's got Calvin pissing on the Cubs. It's fine.
I shouldn't see that.
Oh, well, I mean, there's stickers all over the place.
Okay, that's
It's fine. Okay.
It's all good.
What we'll do is we'll make a schedule out
Yeah.
and then we'll record what we find. I will put it on a spreadsheet and we will calculate and tabulate averages.
Now, and looking at those outlier places, again, I have to reiterate, be very, very careful. If you even have a hint that someone has noticed you, and some of the older kindred don't have any trouble seeing us,
You.
get out.
Okay.
Especially brunettes.
All brunettes, or is there a specific brunette we're looking for? That's a lot of brunettes.
Olive skin, dark hair.
Mediterranean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's half the population.
She will very obviously be old.
You can see them all trying to process and try to think of who the fuck. There's a couple of those.
Yep.
Okay.
But yeah, again, just if you see them, make note of it. If you happen to catch them talking to who they're talking to, even better. But you guys need to be safe, first of all.
Okay. Yeah. They all start nodding.
Mhm.
You see Thimble, she's already got a notebook out.
Mhm.
She's writing down. Do we need a code word if we see them and we're bailing?
Yes, text OPA.
Opa?
Mhm.
What's Opa?
OPA! He picks up a plate and throws it against the wall.
Why are you doing a hardestat?
And then you hear the Greek town. See?
Oh.
OPA.
Okay. That. I mean, we would have called that a hardestat because God, he was loud. Ugh. Okay. So Opa. Opa's when we got to bail.
He is loud, but not anymore. Waka waka.
Yeah, we heard. We've been talking to some of the Bruja. Not good, but at the same time, they're doing good. Yay.
Mhm.
They're thriving, at least.
Yeah.
Much better than some of the others.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say a waka waka. I'd hear a boom boom. And a slight fizzle because dragon's breath.
Yeah. So you guys don't have to get started tonight if you want to hang out and help. Oh, if you want to get out and get spread your legs.
That's fair. I mean,
Oh, yeah. All right, you
What?
guys do whatever. Thimble.
okay. You good?
Yeah, we're gonna just let them do their thing, and I'm gonna talk to her. This,
Okay.
semi-private. Yeah.
So all the kids start, kind of walking out. And they're talking like, oh, I'll take this first, and you and I are pairing up.
Mhm.
And Thimble's kind of writing down everything to make sure she's going to set everything up correctly.
Mhm.
And she kind of looks at you going, you good?
Yeah, no, I'm good. You.
What's up? You.
I don't really know how much more I can teach you. Honestly.
Maybe it's a reverse. We can teach you.
Probably.
Well, I look at it this way. You need to know computers. You do need to know the phone.
I know.
I'm
But
not
what I'm about
ragging
to
on
say,
you.
what I'm about to say doesn't mean you can't do that still.
Okay.
Do you have friends in the other clans?
A few. Not a whole lot. I'm not Miss Popular.
Who cares? Whether or not Nosferatu, fuck them.
No, I don't do pity fucks.
Have you been listening to Taylor's lectures?
Occasionally, I sneak in when I can. I've been working on my obfuscate a lot.
Nice.
So I kind of sneak around inside different
Mhm.
night classes when I get a chance.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't think if she wants me to pay for her class, I will. I don't think she minds though. If she sees me, I mean, I don't know.
If she did mind, you would know.
No, fuck. Does this mean I need to turn around and give her an offering?
No,
good.
you will know if she needs it. What I'm getting at is
All right.
you should come into a coterie of your own.
Me?
Yeah. Like, you're going to learn so much more from having other clans around.
I mean, we kind of do that.
There's
We've
no
been
kind of.
actually.
You need to go in head first.
Ew, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't do slip and slides for reasons.
Neither does a spot man.
No, please, no. Spotter's good. We've heard the Ender King, but we can't do that until Bastion's around because then we won't know what the hell you're going to say because you won't talk to us.
Yeah, I won't talk to you either. You can't talk to the other king like that. How dare you?
Oh, too bad. We have been working with some of Bastion's kids.
Yep, good.
All of us.
Yeah.
There's a couple of people, a couple Tremere we've been working with. And I'm saying this is all of us as a group.
Yeah.
So we're kind of starting to gel with different people.
Good. Keep that up. You're going to need it.
But you're not letting us go, are you?
No, not at all.
Okay.
But like I said, there's only so much I can teach.
Yeah, well, that sounded to start like, well, there's only so much to teach you. I'm going to have to let you go. And it's like, I have abandonment issues already.
No.
I don't. Okay, good. Because that would suck really, really bad.
And so you can catch up to the dumbasses.
Don't worry, I know exactly where they're going.
Yeah, don't limit yourself to Chicago proper. I mean, if you have some contacts down with the Anita's crew, I had some friends down there.
You're okay if we kind of cross a little line to do a little talkie-talkie?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. Hey, we've been kind of like, okay, so Nosferatu, there's no sect. We got that. So we kind of talked to them, but we haven't talked to the others because we weren't sure. At the same time, hey, we haven't actually been able to bring it up to you yet. We were waiting on that.
No, it's fine. It's fine. If you need me to go down with you and talk to Anita, like it's not even like an introduction like you need to do up here with the prince. It's just, hey, these dumbasses want to make, hang out, make friends.
All right.
Make connections.
Okay. Are we staying? Do you want us to stay just in like Chicagoland then at least?
Yeah. I mean, technically her place is still Chicagoland, so.
Right. I mean, I'm not like driving all the way down to Indianapolis.
No. Don't do that. No.
I wasn't going to, but Furthest I'd go is probably Joliet.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't start the conversation with, there's only so much I can teach you.
Well,
It limits the conversation. Makes me go into a slight panic.
sorry.
Okay, Dad.
All right, get out.
Wow. Thank you. And
I mean,
You're gonna
bye.
have-
Thank you. I love you. Wait, is that weird?
well, being that you're kind of like our dad figure at the moment, no, not really.
Okay.
I mean, you're pretty much our foster dad.
Mhm.
So that's where we're going with this. Before I leave the walls to dry. We
Mhm.
did a primer on it. And then at the same time, well, we let it dry.
Mhm.
But we put a fresh coat of paint on it, give it about hour or two.
Yep.
And all of your other stuff we put into the closet so that we wouldn't trip over it.
Yep. I got it.
All right. Tomorrow night for texting.
Okay.
I will go catch up with the dumbasses.
Hi, dumbass.
Bye, dumbass. And as she leaves and Spotter goes to start work on his bar, Taylor, where do we meet you?
Like I can follow that hilarious shit up, okay?
Inside.
I was losing my
believe-
shit. I was like, God damn.
It's okay. Each of us have had to follow greatness. It's fine.
I
Ellen.
know.
It's important to try our best.
I will do my best. Thank you for
It's not-
believing in
with-
me.
And with that attitude, we know we can build you up to try and do greatness.
I know.
You know,
Yes. What are we doing, storyteller?
so you're going to go see somebody. Who are we going to see?
I
Is the question.
am. I am going
Mhm.
to see that motherfucker Cretius.
If only he fucked mothers.
I know, right? Instead of little boys. But yeah.
Not wrong.
I mean, yeah. Have you seen Damien? I mean, come on.
Not lately, because I didn't have to worry about listening to anyone having their shoes blown out of their whatever. Because of the shoes. Jesus Christ.
All right. So yeah, she's heading over to the other university in town. Not the one she works at, the other one. And she is
And we caught Ted in the other one anyhow.
and going to Cretius's office to meet with him.
As you go down the hallway.
Because she knows it's his office hours.
Right. And you are actually seeing the kids leaving
Mhm.
his classroom.
Mhm.
They're kind of mumbling a little bit because it's like, oh my God, that was so hard. And, wow, he really does, drive shit home. You can hear him in his office muttering in Greek. Why the hell are these kids being embraced when they have absolutely no clue of what they're doing? These people need to be picking better candidates. He's mumbling, and you can hear him throwing some books together and stuff. And he's
She just taps 3 times on the door.
he says in Greek to come in. Now he's this way he's testing to see who is coming in.
And then she walks in and in Greek she says, "You know you complain too much, old man."
Ah, of course I do. You should see the bountiful crop I am getting.
Yes, I saw some of them walking out.
Mm-hmm. That's their third day.
I'm sure by the time they graduate it'll be down to half because you've eaten the others.
I would never.
Stop lying to my face.
I'm not.
And she
gestures to
goes
the
and sits
seat and
down in
goes,
front of his desk and says, "So how you been?"
with which part?
Well, let's see. You're one of the lone Brujas still in the tower in this city.
Mm-hmm.
How you been?
I've earned that seat. You think I'm going to give it up?
No, never.
Of course not.
They will take it from your cold dead hands.
Yeah, I mean, they're already cold and
I
dead, but that's
know.
fine.
And they're going to have a hard time taking them out of your grip. I know.
One of the kids told me, Kung Fu action grip. That's exactly what I'm going to do to hold on to it.
That's what you have, the Kung Fu action grip. Yes.
I don't know what it means, but I'm going to roll with it.
Just say yes and go with it.
Exactly.
Oh,
What how are you doing?
I am fantastic.
Is that because the nephew was gone? Good.
Yes. I also missed catching Karlak, so I've got people looking for him. But yeah.
Ugh,
Yeah.
still around.
Yes, unfortunately. But got other issues. I'm wanting to speak to the big guy.
How fortunate for you.
Oh,
Why would you want to speak to the big guy?
let's see. Have you heard anything from Cedric or any others in the city about the CRS?
He was here a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Panicked out of his mind.
Yes. He should be at ease soon.
Oh, good.
My crew and I went to see her, and we figured it out.
Oh. What was this
The issue? Helena. She's an agent of chaos and destruction in the city.
There's a permanent boil in my ass and I want it off.
Good. I may put you to work. Like real work, not this shit.
And what exactly would you be putting me to work for?
Well, that depends. It depends on what you know, and I figure the big guy may know even more. I figured back when Loden was ruling this place, Menelae and her were at odds with each other. Am I right or am I wrong?
Not wrong. Menelae was still, shall we say, under,
Yes.
at least physically.
Yes.
She kind of came out
Mm-hmm.
a bit. I want to say about the 93, 94. But
Yeah.
but actually, no, 92, 93.
Yeah. So, knowing how some of the eldest of us operate, especially when they have old grudges, they tend to use proxies to do their dirty
Naturally.
work, of course. Because why would they bother doing it themselves? But the truth is, I need to know if certain ones were and possibly still are.
Her proxy or his?
Hers. Because my crew are going to take away all of her proxies to leave her isolated.
Couldn't have happened to a bad their kindred.
And we've already worked through a few of them. But if we can get quickly all of them, that will leave her scrambling.
Okay. Hey, go on.
Do you know anything? Do you know who worked for her?
Well, you did kill quite a few. You got rid of the Setites.
Yes.
You got rid of, well, you didn't exactly get rid of
we
Capone,
did.
but he
We all did.
was, yes.
Yeah.
You killed Sun.
Yes.
I'm thinking in my mind.
Oh, and Brett is now one of mine.
Oh, good job on that.
Yes. I figured she was using him to make feeding stock and was absolutely abusing him. So I'm actually supporting him, and he's thriving now.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Annabelle, we have a plan for.
She has, I think, a couple other actually, she has a couple more children. I don't remember their names.
One we know is Elytria.
That is one of them. I killed Maria. You're welcome. Trying to think of who else. Know that she had some favor, not with us, but she had some favor with some of the Ventral. More so than Compone. But I don't remember. I will have to go back in my notes.
All right.
At least a couple of decades.
But why is it fortunate that I ask for Menelae tonight?
Fortune favors the bold.
I am definitely bold in spades.
And he kind of looks at his clock and says, should be here momentarily. We had an engagement.
That's uncanny. Okay.
Uncanny would have been if he had sitting here and we were talking and you came to the door.
That's true. That's true.
We tend to have a standard day that we get together. Now, depending on what I'm doing, we meet up somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
He decided to come down.
Good. Good. Yeah. Because I know he likely remembers even more, considering he was the one pulling strings.
He was. I am very surprised he is not back into it. But he hasn't come back.
He doesn't want to be. I've spoken with him on it. He doesn't want to be. He doesn't want to manipulate his descendants or other proxies to do his bidding anymore. He wants to remove himself from the game.
He's actually been away. He's been not even in the States.
Yeah.
He went up to Canada.
Jeez.
Went and saw different things.
Yeah.
Did a couple of stuff. The man hasn't been around for a couple of weeks.
Good. Good for him. Glad to see he's moved on.
I am too.
But he did leave some business unfinished.
Well, we all do at times.
Mm-hmm.
When you try to give up a game, you give up all of the game.
I understand that.
Otherwise,
but if we can get her
right
isolated, perhaps some swift retribution can be done.
Are you thinking him to take out?
Why not both of you?
Ooh.
Are you not Bruja?
I am. I just never thought it would be possible. Because of the power that she has.
At his side, though.
Oh, no. I'm getting the picture. It's just, you know that moment where you're like, this is the moment.
Yes.
How long have you been thinking this?
Mm-hmm. 2 nights. But because once I have a plan in place, I don't waste time. Hello, I'm a descendant of, generals, holy warriors, and agitators. So,
says the Queen of the East, I remember your title being said as you escorted the Underking out of Elysium.
And where I was, you had to be decisive and quick.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you would be wiped out by the Empire. So, honestly, we're going to take some time to work through her pieces, her people. But when we get ready to really get all of them, I'll send word.
That will be good, I think.
Well, I'll ask him himself when he shows up.
That's when you hear the knocking at the door.
Now that is uncanny.
And he just turns and the door slowly swings open, and in Greek, Menelaus asks, "May I come in?"
And she will just pat the seat beside her.
He does. He walks in. He's nice. He's in a nice pair of black Dockers, a sea blue kind of button down shirt, a navy navy blazer. He nods to both of you, comes down and sits down, and he says, "I know those looks. What is exactly going on here?"
Well, first, did you enjoy your vacation?
He smiles and nods, and it was one of the best I've had in a long time.
Good for you. We all need
I-
those from time to time. Cretius, I think you're overdue. But
Wow, here I am hosting a meeting, and now she's calling me out because I haven't gone on a vacation.
yes,
Let me get on that one right away.
someone has to keep you straight. But literally,
Just because I'm gay does not mean I have to be straight. Thank you.
but I came here wanting to speak to you because, well, both of you really. My associates and I have a plan to eliminate Helena's proxies.
Menelaus doesn't say anything for the moment. He kind of listens, but you can see in
The
his
gears
eyes,
turning. Yeah.
it's that in his eyes are like, I swore this off, but here I'm getting pulled back in, but I swore it off, but I'm getting pulled back in. And he's like,
Now, this can go one of two ways.
okay.
You
I'm
two
here."
can go gang up on her when she's isolated.
Yeah.
Or we let her spiral because she's isolated, and she will absolutely fucking spiral because all her supply's gone and she's a textbook narcissist. And literally, when she spirals, things will go fucking off the rails, and then the Justicars and Archons will come and collect her. Which do you
Cretius-
prefer?
Precious looks at Menelaus, and Menelaus smiles for a moment. They were the ones who brought her in.
I know.
Shouldn't they
know.
be
Belle
the ones
told
to
me.
take her out?
If that's what you wish. If that's what you wish, that is completely fair because I would not try to force you to do anything.
I would be one to assist, yes.
I would love
But they-
assistance. Then, if you don't want
Okay.
to actually confront her, that is fair. Sorry, Cretius, not your day.
Grace kind of pouts and looks down for a moment, but Menelaus goes, "What has you so excited to do this?"
The city is nearly stable. The only thing preventing that is her.
You saw Lydia.
Yes.
I haven't seen her yet.
I saw her. She was kind enough not to read my future. I appreciated that. Gave her a nice gift.
Oh. No, what do you give her?
A lovely flower from my garden.
You do cultivate pretty, really nice flowers, yes.
I do. This one is especially beautiful. But
I like it.
we want to do this so that we can get this unfinished business resolved. It needs to be resolved.
Yeah, I understand. She's needed to be resolved for over 100 years.
Right. And of course, we can't go against her directly.
The last time I went against her,
I know. You both ended up tortured, and a whole lot of people were massacred.
I don't want to do that again.
I understand. I did want to give the option, depending on how bad that anger was, to vent it. I would at least help deal with the fallout. I have the capabilities for that. But
I appreciate it.
what I need then is, who are her proxies and who were yours back when you guys were fighting against each other under Loden?
Mm.
Who did Loden serve? You or her?
I have a knife talent. He had none.
So her. Got
And
it.
none by proxy, all of his children. The reason why I managed to try and talk to Jackson was to try and put him on the straight and narrow and at least try to alleviate him from getting underneath her.
I'm not so sure that worked.
From what they have heard, I don't think Loden let those bonds drop when he died.
Right.
He's worse than the Termere when it came to those.
That's okay. We have a plan for him. We know where he is.
Oh, good.
And we've dried up his income source. So he's going to start getting antsy real soon.
You know what? Of all the adventures that I've had to deal with, he wasn't one that was even worthy of the name.
No, of course not. He manipulated the shit out of people. That's all he was good at. Making himself appear more than he was.
Toreador do that better.
I know. But anyway, okay. Who is there anyone else besides, and she looks to Gracious, that I can interface with that are allied to you, are otherwise possibly were associated in that time to your side? Anyone?
Most of them, sadly enough, are dead or have left. Nikolai's dead. Half of the Macabians I knew are gone. Ignoia is not even around anymore. Some of the Gangros I knew are gone. Most of the agents I had
gone,
disappeared.
Okay.
Or they died, one of the two.
Yeah.
Which made her have a higher hold on the city.
Right.
Which sucks because at the same time, as much as I wanted to keep it, I realized I had to let it all go so that I could find my own peace.
I understand that. And I'm not trying to bring you back in to ruin your peace. Okay? I'm really not. I wanted to give the option if y'all were interested, but if you're not, that's fair, and I'm not going to judge. We are going to do it the other way then.
Give me a night or two to think about this.
All right.
But also, I'm asking for a night or two to go through my contacts to see who's still alive.
Yeah, no, absolutely. If that's all you give, that's fine. That's fine. That helps. Because we need as many people as we can on board with this. So we can get as many proxies of hers out from her reach as quickly as possible. It needs to be quick. It needs to be just so fucking fast she never sees it coming.
Let me guess, in your vernacular, surgical.
Yes, surgical, but I'm not a medical doctor. But literally surgical. It needs to be precise, it needs to be fast, and it needs to be done exceptionally well. So we have got to get as many capable people as we can involved with this. And Kevin is a lost cause.
He may be a lost cause at the moment, only because he is being pulled.
Yeah, well, I've written him off.
You might have written him off, but if his strings are cut, he might turn out to be something better and be able to move.
Maybe. But he is a Ventru.
And we are Broha.
Mm-hmm. And we move better than anybody.
Of course, I've seen you
Except
on the
for
dance
this
floor.
one. And she points to Gracious. I don't do charity.
You're not my type.
Not even in the slightest. She literally visually shivers.
Chris is just nodding and goes, I have, shall we say, moved on from certain things, okay?
I sure hope so. Jeez. Anyway, Menele, thank you. Send a message or whatever to Subterranean. It'll get to me.
I will say this. For those that I knew that did help, or if I could remember, you met, I think, the only two still alive. Well, he wasn't actually in a part of it. Mark only knew a little, but he wasn't really one of mine. He just kind of moved around. But you have already destroyed. Who is it? Annabelle's child. His rival. Oh, Juggler?
Oh, yeah, Modius.
Modius, yes. But Juggler's child, she came to me at times.
Oh, did she? Evelyn did.
She was far more better than the Juggler.
Well, of course she was. Juggler is good for exactly what I've put him to do. To see what the hell's going on around him and report back. That's what he's good for.
That's all he was ever good for, yes. But Evelyn, that's a woman you need to talk to.
All right. I'll make arrangements for that.
She might be running what's left of Gary, but at the same time.
No, she's running it from what I hear about her. She'll rebuild that shit.
What do you think she's trying to do?
Yeah.
I came through Gary. I
might be able to give her a nice, sweet investment. That should be fun. All right. I'll start there, but if you think of anyone else, send word.
I will send word. If I can think of anyone, I will send a note.
All right. Perfect. Thank you. Gentlemen, I appreciate both of your time. And again, Gracious, I'm sorry. It just wasn't your night for it.
What we dream will happen later.
That's okay. I'm sure I can possibly find another one that you can just punch, through a wall somewhere. And she just gets up and smacks the desk one time and heads out the door.
You'll hear Menele say to Cretius, you gotta love that one. She knows exactly what she wants and what she wants to do. You're still floundering. Man up and do something. And as you head out, we're going to go over to Magnus. Where are you at?
Muted.
See, I do that just in case anything happens, and then I forget it's on.
You're totally fine.
But no, Magnus would have, as he was leaving, put in a call to the descendant of, I can never say the name right, Vasata. And that would be Josephine. So, just like, hey, could you do me a favor and meet me at Ballard Industries?
She does text back, sure, it was shooting night, but got a better target. I'm always happy.
I mean, if he's not cooperative, I'm happy to make him your target.
You get another text of, Yeah, but things tend to bounce off him a lot.
That is a fixable problem, I promise you.
She does show up. She's in what looks like a very tailored 1940s dress. Her hair's done. She's wearing her gloves and she's carrying her purse. The car that she drove in is a 1950s Astor. And she kind of walks up, gives a little wave. Magnus, darling,
Josephine?
whatever am I doing here?
Well, I got confirmation that a certain person still in the city is who I thought they were, and that means they might have a blood bond tie on good little Horatio. And I need you to see if that's true, and if so, to break it. Because otherwise I have to break him, and that's just, when you put decades of work in beating sense into a Ventru's head, like, you don't want to waste that.
Colin, can you just speak a little plainer for me? Because there's a
Loading.
lot of people. I'm sorry, what?
Loden.
Oh, good glory.
Yeah.
You want to see if Loden's child still has the blood bond of Loden.
Yes.
Oh, good God. All right, sure. Why not? Nothing like walking in on one of the most richest men in all of Chicago.
Like I said, if he doesn't cooperate, I'll put a stake in him and you can use him for target practice.
Do you know how much fortitude that man has?
Considering I taught him how to use it, yes.
Okay. But I'm gonna let you go in because you've got the you tend to have the way about you. I know I'll just be far more polite than normal.
Mm-hmm. No problem.
Okay. And of course, Caroline is at the front and she's working. And it looks like she's at the computer doing quite a bit of work, as in, it probably is contracts.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll see you guys coming in and stand up. Dr. Sanchez,
Hello, Caroline.
Miss Davis, what can I do for you?
I need to see Horatio.
Okay. He just got in a little bit ago.
Good. That means he's not occupied.
Sure.
You and
He
I both
just-
know it takes him like half an hour or an hour before he's actually getting into work.
Well, he just came back from eating.
So it's going to take him 45 minutes to an hour and a half. That's perfect.
Sort of, yes. Sorry, I had sirens. All right. She'll get up and she'll take you guys back. Ballard literally is sitting down in his seat
Mm-hmm.
and kind of adjusting and starting to read some papers as the door opens, because Caroline doesn't knock when you're coming to see Horatio. She knows better.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of blinks and looks at you and then tilts his head to seeing Josephine, like, did I miss something?
That's what I'm here to check, Horatio.
Okay.
Because I got some information that I feel like I should have gotten from you years ago if everything was going well and you were actually staying on top of things, unless something was interfering with that. So I want to see if there's any interference happening.
Would you like to kind of give me a clue?
And Magnus feels his phone buzzing.
Mhm.
He
And
reaches into his pocket and pulls it out to check.
he actually sees the highlight of the text. It's from Taylor, and it says, L never released bonds.
And that's just the confirmation I needed. Okay, so, and he just turns to, did Caroline leave or is she still there?
Caroline's there, but you know for a fact that Caroline's the only person in that room that is not Ventrue. She is Bruja.
So, Caroline, why don't you go back to what you were doing?
Yeah, say less. She's gone.
Magnus just closes and locks the door behind her. And he turns to Josephine. He's like, well, I've heard that your line can smell them, but I've just been told that he never released any of his bonds, so kind of just need you to break it.
You want me to?
Yeah, what does that involve? What do I need from him?
Well, that's a particular jar of pickles that I haven't really. Ooh. Well, would you like the long and the short of it?
Let's go with the short of it.
Okay. Junie is actually looking right now to find. There we are. She just smiles and goes, well, I do need a mouth of the thrall's blood.
Perfect. And Magnus just walks over to Horatio, just walks around the desk so he's right next to him, and is like, so, Horatio, do you want to do this the easy way or the hard way?
He's if Kendrick could sweat bullets, he would. He's also looking at you like, if I could tell you, I would have.
I get that. That's why I'm giving you the choice of the easy way or the hard way.
What's the easy way? Her breaking it?
Oh, she's going to break it one way or the other. The easy way is you give her a mouthful of the vitae willingly. The hard way is I beat it out of you.
Got it. As much as I would love to take a beating, wouldn't. I'll let her do it. He won't know, will he?
Not until it breaks.
So he'll know it broke.
I mean, you always know when the bond breaks. But trust me, he won't be a problem for much longer.
I don't want a visit from him.
Oh. You know what? That's not a problem. I can make sure that if he tries to visit you, it will be the last thing he does.
I've hidden Sovereign so he couldn't find him.
Good.
Fine. And he just goes and he takes his arm and gently does undoes the cufflink, puts it down on the desk. He rolls his arm up and he offers it to Josephine. Josephine comes over quickly takes a mouthful of the blood, and then she sees a bathroom. And she beelines it into the bathroom, closes the door. For the next 20 minutes, you hear nothing more than the bathroom becoming utterly unbathroomed.
Mm-hmm.
She has to ride a frenzy to break this bond.
Yep.
And the frenzy is so powerful. It's so strong that you can see the door getting unhinged. You'll see holes in the wall. And when that 20 minutes is over, you see Ballard just kind of, no, we all know Ballard's, shall we say, a very girthy man. And he was sitting upright, very proud, very distinct. He owns this shit. After the 20 minutes and she stops, this girthy man kind of sits back. And for the first time in his unlife, for many, many, many years, he actually takes a breath, as in something's broken and snapped, and has allowed him to breathe.
Yeah.
He kind of just brings his hand to his chest for a moment and pushes it just to keep himself sitting up for a bit. And he'll go, "You don't know how that feels."
Yeah, mine was not around nearly as long as yours was.
Shit. Then slowly the door opens. Josephine comes out. She has put her hair back together. She's put a bit of the dress back together because the hem's gone. The sleeves are now gone. It looks like she might have retouched her dress, not by willingness alone.
Mm-hmm.
But as she walks out of the bathroom, that bathroom's utterly destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that bathroom is no more. It's the next bathroom. And she walks over to the desk and gently puts her hands at Cher. She no longer has gloves on her hands.
Mm-hmm.
Is that all you needed?
I was like, well, if you would like to keep watch over Horatio and make sure, that bond doesn't get reestablished, I would appreciate it, and I'd owe you one, Josephine. But if you don't, that's fine. I can call the Wolves and see if they can do something. I'm sure they'd love a second chance to get a crack at Loden.
Why, Mr. Ballard needs a little bit of a babysitting. Now, does he?
Mm-hmm.
Her face gets a big, huge Cheshire grin. Oh, that's delightful. I have some fantastic new students that would just love to look over some people.
Excellent. And don't worry, Horatio pays very well.
Oh, I'm expecting to get paid because that was a little bit more than just a little break.
Mm-hmm.
That was a huge one.
And Magnus's hand just goes down on Horatio's shoulder and he's like, don't worry, he's good for it, aren't you, Horatio?
He nods like, oh, fuck. Because he knows what she will ask for.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's got the money for it, but that's a big O.
Mm-hmm. But also, he's not under Loden's control anymore, and that's a big, big bonus for him.
Mm-hmm.
He can actually live how he wants to now.
She just smiles and goes, I'll have my people collect you up in about 20 minutes. I'm going to put myself back together. And then I'm talking to this little man. So, Magnus, why don't you come talk to me?
Of course.
We're going to take a walk, and if you, and she looks up to about, yeah, you do this again? This isn't, you will see what it does to me, and I promise you, you will feel it down in your bones. Are we clear? Ballard's just like, yes, ma'am. Hmm. Come here though with it. Come here though now, Magnus. Let's go.
All
And
right.
she walks out like she just owned this man.
Mhm.
And she will open the door, and when you go through it, she'll close it. And she'll just looking and going, now what? Do you realize how much of a bond that was?
Yeah, maximum level that's been around for about 120 years at this point.
So you knew the level, and you didn't warn me about it.
I told you it was Loden. I said he
Yes.
never breaks any of his bonds.
Yes, well, it doesn't say that he always keeps like a level 1 or 2, or maybe a level 3.
Oh,
There's
I
a
thought you
difference.
knew about Loden.
I knew a little bit about him. I wasn't here for the whole thing. I was put in afterwards. After
My
the whole
apologies.
little thing. Wow, I mean that was Messiah thinking because he needed a little content because Loden not being around, they needed eyes. Look it. When Loden disappeared and I got put into place,
Mm-hmm.
nobody was actually watching the city anymore. And his little brood of miscreants couldn't even figure out how to, scratch their watch or wind their ass.
Yeah.
So the Sebbet plus Lucinda and my side had to find out what was going on.
You'd think they would have had the good sense to turn the actual primogens into, some of their puppets.
Well, yeah. Some of the primogen could be bribed, some of them couldn't. I mean, when Nikolai died, there wasn't anything they could do with the Tremere.
True.
When Maureen passed, their hold on the Malkavians were gone. No one was crazy enough to try and think that they could have turned around and owned Sun.
I mean, they could have, but it wouldn't have been worth anything.
He was known to Diablers. Do you think they were going to meddle in with that?
Considering the things I know the tower has dealt with, it wouldn't have been the first time.
Yes, but he turned around and had all the Malkavians in therapy.
Yeah, well. I'm just saying your sire is not as competent as he portrays himself to be because he could have owned Sun and made sure of that if he wanted to.
Only if Lucinda allowed it.
Well, that's on Lucinde. And
Because
that's about
she was-
all I'm going to say on that.
Oh, that's fair. I mean, I haven't spoken to Father in a while. It's been delightful.
Good.
But if that is what all of them have, that explains a lot of things that are going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm not going to ask you to break any more. Kevin's can break whenever I actually tear Loden's heart out.
I appreciate that, truly, from the bottom of my undead dying heart.
And Magnus takes out his phone and texts Bastion just in code. It's like, Loden kept all his bonds, so avoid Neely until we take him out.
Bastion's answer is a simple thumbs up.
Anything else you need from me, darling, tonight?
No, thank you so much, Josephine.
Good, you owe me one.
Yes, I do.
I will take it after the end. I'd love a wonderful cup of tea and a wonderful conversation.
Excellent.
Good. And as she goes to have something to re-put herself back together, Bastion, you just got a text from Magnus. Where are you?
Oh, now Bastion is in the middle of a little moment, a little something. He is ordering all his kids around, kind of through messages. Basically, he's making them do the rounds, and you go to that Elysia, you go to the other Elysia. He's fully coordinating them, as he is taking a cab to a very distinguished part of Chicago, because I assume there's a party going on.
There's always a party going on, especially on a Saturday night. Yeah.
Yeah, so Bastion's gonna crash a party. He certainly wasn't invited.
Annabelle's. Go ahead.
Oh, please go.
Annabelle's mansion is actually quite elite. It's up in the not exactly north side, but it's above the river. It's in an old affluential neighborhood. It is not near the Rack, but more towards the Gold Coast, where all the older places are at. And as you go there, you will see valets. You'll see a whole bunch of people. They're talking in the yard or on the side. But also you see the whole house is lit up. You hear laughing in the back because there's fairy lights and everything, and you hear the music going on. It's actually quite nice. It's a nice little swell party.
Bastion's entering.
You see pretty much almost every toreador that is a part of the upper echelon of the clan. You don't see Brett. Brett's not there. But you do see many of her other children hanging around, talking. You see a couple of the harpies. You do not see Zora.
Okay. Expected.
But everyone else is out there. There is some affluent venture in there that you know of. There are some affluent and very well-known Malkavians in there too. But they're having fun. They're talking. It's a social event.
Very nice. Bastion is actually going to enter the place. He is all smiles, and if someone wants to talk to him, he will do the pleasantries. Bastion is also dressed one step above as someone that lives in the streets. He is in sandals, and he just went out the sewers. So
okay.
He did not step by to clean himself. He did as much as possible to not be rancid, but that's it.
So you don't have that overwhelming bouquet of sewer.
No, but he certainly does not have any of the bouquets around here.
That's valid. You will see some people kind of arch a brow at you. They'll look at you kind of a little curious. You will get some people that say hello to you, ask how you're doing. You will see some people quote will actually stop you and compliment you on your plumer, saying that they did some help for them and they worked with them and they were really excited that your kids knew exactly how to handle things. So there's a lot of compliments. There's a lot of people that do say hello to you. So as you can see, your name has been rising up in not only the clan, but in many places because of what your plumer and what your coterie has done.
He does actually stop a little to talk with those people. He entertains them enough to kind of drive the point home that things are going well. And maybe 20 to 30 minutes after doing a full round in the place, he's actually going to find Annabelle.
Annabelle is actually outside. And when you walk out into the backyard, full fairy lights. There's a gazebo. There's actually a summer house. Very well done, very well intricate. The string quartet's in the gazebo. They're playing music. People are dancing. People are talking. And she's actually off onto the side talking to a couple of the roses.
Oh,
They're middle ground and trying to raise their status up. So they're talking to her, kind of looking at her as a mentor or trying to get her as a mentor.
Bashan's going to barge in the middle of the conversation.
As you're coming close, you hear her talking about how to get influence within, newspapers, because we all know her husband runs a newspaper, but having to turn around and make sure that, people see you, people know you, blah, blah, blah. And then as you come right off into her side of her view, she turns around and looks to you and goes, Bastion, darling, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing amazing, Annabelle. By the way, he looks at the kids. You want an Instagram account? I can set you up. It will allow you to be visible to everyone in the internet. It is blowing up. And he looks back at Annabelle immediately, kind of acknowledging her back again. It's an amazing party you have here.
Thank you, Bastion. What can I do for you?
See, I'm sorry. I kind of, when I heard, he points at himself and his clothes and his lack of pompous and shop. I had to come. I simply grabbed the first thing in my dressing room, and I came with the quickest route possible to unpleasant places. But well, everyone here is so nice. What are you doing as a hostess? I mean,
I've talked to everyone, but don't worry about how you look. We understand shabby's a new chic.
Don't worry. Everyone was super receptive. Everyone talked to me. They came to me to talk about my little roses. They were
I've heard.
Yeah, they were so receptive in here. They kind of didn't even care about my clothes at all. They just cut right ahead and talked to me directly without fear.
I'm sure your clothes won't be mad at, said anything about you in front of you. It's okay.
Oh,
they have better things to talk about, but don't worry about it.
Oh, speaking about better things, he looks at the other two. Would you two excuse us just a moment?
Oh, they're like gone.
He kind of looks around. True. Music's great. I actually want your opinion on something.
Do you want my opinion?
Yes, you are very experienced in the field of work that I'm quite lacking myself. I'm not a socialite. So I've been thinking.
Mm-hmm.
My little roses, they were discarded by the few valid reason or another, and to the side. But then I put my plumer a little to work here and there, and I want to put them to the test.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to send them to Paris.
You're going to send your plumer.
Oh, yes.
To Paris.
Absolutely.
To Francois' courts.
Yes. The best part, however, I am going to take a few of their contacts in mind, because they have made amazing contacts. They have connections, even in Europe. And so they are going to be thriving there as much as I can. I am the contact of, it's the prince of, well, what's the city again? No matter. My sire. She's a prince. Oh my God! Now I'm going to stay with that in my mind. Florence. Yes, she's the prince of
Florence is in Italy, dear.
Oh yes, but I will be sending them first to Florence, so she can acquaint them with their court, and so they will be carried to Paris with the court of Florence.
How is their French and Italian?
Oh, they're doing amazing on that. They are actually working in a very interesting translator app. I think that's what it's called. It's going to be so much help. in that regard. It has a strange little symbol. It's a green one. Anyway, so what I really want your opinion on is how exactly do you think they're going to fare?
Are we looking at a wager or simple I just give you an idea?
Oh, please, we all know what the Lion's Den is, and that's Paris.
Oh, I'm aware.
So your opinion?
I'm very much aware. I believe you have a underwear model, you have a hacker, there was a couple others in there that you had. One
Yes,
was
two bloggers.
Yeah, it's blocked. I can see them definitely making a notable splash in Florence, but Francois card, I don't know. I would wager they might get noticed, but I don't think they would I don't think they would blow up.
Okay. See, it's good to take different opinions, and that's exactly what I'm doing. That's why I'm going to actually send them there, because they have been quite a few accomplishments in their names. You know that their contribution was vital to the clearing of the satellite problem here in Chicago.
No, I didn't know. Why? What did they do?
Oh, they actually managed to grab all the information of the people that were got by the satellites. And that allows us to rescue every single one of them with no masquerade breach whatsoever.
But isn't Instagram just pictures of yourself? So if you never age in your Instagram, isn't that a masquerade breach?
Oh, you're worried about that. Okay, that's a really funny thing. They explained to me in detail when I sat down and said, okay, pitch me your idea. Tell me what you think it's a good idea. They're not picturing themselves, barely their hands. A few of them are photographing, others are baking and things like that. And even then, they have filters. It's a magical thing that makes your image older or younger or different. So yeah, not even Nosferatu are on par on this type of technology. They are working the works, Annabelle, honestly. And well, I'll be sending them, and I'll be myself on a vacation for a little time. You know, I think I've earned it. I did so much for the city.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Yeah.
I would never say you wouldn't take vacation.
Honestly, like I have been to what? All the titles of Alicia, talked to literally everyone. I am the spokesperson of the Underking. And
How did you get that? And how did he get that title? I've been curious.
I'm absolutely the most worthy of the members, kindred of the city to be honored with such a title.
Well, how did he get the Underking? Did Kevin give it to him?
Kevin certainly didn't object it.
He acknowledged it.
Are you expecting a formal position in the Camarilla for something the
No.
Nosferatu had?
I'm curious as into did Kevin acknowledge the title? I'm not looking to get one. I'm just looking to know if he acknowledged.
Speaking about getting titles, so I'm going to need you to actually do some groundwork here and about work with me here. A few of the kids are getting a lot of weird ideas about me. Just because they see me as a public face, literally in every Elysia, talking with the most hot-headed and topics of the Toreador clan, in the midst of the population and dealing with the other clans, in one of the most powerful coteries of the city, with members that are honestly above a few political squabbles. They're getting
Well,
weird ideas about me.
what weird ideas are people getting about you?
They're talking about me representing a lot.
Well, I've been hearing that you have been representing this Underking a lot, and I wanted to just know if the title was acknowledged. That's all I'm asking.
I see.
Why would I want to turn around? If the title was acknowledged, naturally, I would absolutely make sure that if I saw the Underking, I would make sure you were around. Otherwise, I know I wouldn't be able to speak to him. So why would I turn around and speak to somebody who I couldn't speak with? It's only natural to be polite, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Well, I'll ask the Underking about how things are going in his regard.
So naturally, I would love to be able to talk to him, but if he can't talk to me and I can't talk to him,
But do your groundwork as I said, because I don't know. I always thought I was never cut out to any type of political thing or situation. The people are jamming my ears every place I go about how things are good now, how I did good work in the city, and how everyone in my culture is amazing. And how I pushed forward so many good developments for every clan, especially my own clan.
I do recall that you and I had a very heart-to-heart conversation when you first came. I would like to think that that was a little influential.
Oh, of course. Perhaps I exceeded a few of your expectations.
You did, because you gave me your expectational list. I went off of that
Yes,
because that's what you wanted to do.
exactly. I don't aim for anything more. But the people are the people. We honestly cannot refuse if the voice of the masses say something different. Now, can we?
By voices of the masses, the question is who told the masses, because we can always change the voice.
That's why I'm saying that you should do groundwork. Because when I get back from my vacation, I'm going to listen very closely to what everyone's saying. And also, I'm going to listen to the mayor and their acknowledgements. And if they did well in Paris, which I suspect they will do, that will be results that are undeniable about their efficiency. Raised from
So
nothing, right?
well, are you saying their efficiency in the internet, or of the influencing apps that are being put out there that maybe, I'm just saying this, maybe there are certain people that are watching that could turn around and expose us for who we are?
Oh, it's a very interesting angle. Now, weren't you one of the main supporters of Prince Loading back then?
Do you think
Back
I
when the
supported?
internet, yes, the main supporter was. Back when his actions were the face of the Camarilla in the city.
Back when he was Prince, because he
Yeah.
was Prince up until what, 93?
Why didn't
The
you
internet,
raise any of that back when that weather bottom guy was in the city?
because it wasn't invented yet.
No. He was in the city last year.
No. When Loden was Prince and the internet just came out back in 93, none of this existed.
Yes, and then the internet evolved into everyone saw it evolve. You saw it evolve, and then
Yes, and
suddenly it's a problem.
well, yes, but when you find, you are aware of what happened in 2000, correct? With the Second Inquisition in Shreknet?
Why was Bobby not cared for then? Because
That's not,
he is a Ventru?
that was the Venture's job.
Oh,
Police
but the
their own.
Masquerade is a
You
little
don't think,
above that, isn't
you
it?
don't, you don't think I didn't mention that? to Peterson because he was Prince?
Did you now?
Of course I did. We
I
turned
see.
around and had to do a whole blast, not just as the newspaper, but the newspaper was slowly trying to evolve on their internet websites. And I turned around to make sure that all pictures were covered.
That's a very good thing. So perhaps you shouldn't have any problems with the Masquerade, since you're so fucking efficient.
I was. And I would like to point out that also
Why
made sure that,
aren't you
What?
anymore?
still working with I am working with the newspaper. I always
So
have.
what's the problem? I don't understand you.
Because the Instagram thing is more of pictures and more of,
More of pictures.
yes. Can't really deny a picture, can you?
You work in TV and journals. That's what you do.
I work in newspaper. I've never worked in TV.
Even less than. That's what you do, the only thing.
Well,
Are you afraid of a little internet?
because the internet destroyed us once, I don't want it to destroy us again.
Good thing that I'm dealing with the Second Inquisition then, isn't it?
You don't know, do you? Until they knock on your door.
Well, I am trying my very best, and I got a lot of information from the Second Inquisition out in the public for absolute free.
How did you get the information from the Second Inquisition?
How did I know? That's a good question. What we know, however, is that they are based in Wheaton. They are absolutely based in the historical parts of the more religious type of Chicago. A few of the universities got a lot of eyes on that. How do you think I got it?
By being Toreador.
By being correct. My little angels also did that.
Hmm.
That's how we got all the information in regards to the satellites, all the information that we got about the Second Inquisition.
Well, forgive me for being a little prudent because I saw what they did to us and I saw what they did to many cities in the United States. So I may or may not be very, very cautious at this moment, especially after what happened to London.
Yes, that's exactly why I'm sending them to Paris. They are going to learn firsthand what's being in contact with the Second Inquisition. After all, they're raising all of Europe. It's not only London, they went to Prague after. And so having that first experience will hone them even more, guaranteeing that whatever they do, they have every best interest of the kindred in mind. Now, let us pray for their success and that my vacation helps changing the things here in the city, right? We absolutely need an evolving trust.
You mean a breath of fresh air?
Do you think I stink?
No. You're talking more breath of fresh air and ideas.
No, not for me. I mean the city. Because if things are as they are, and another of my projects comes back as a success, perhaps I might listen to things.
We shall see.
Absolutely. By the way, love your hair.
Thank you.
He turns around. Oh, yes?
No, I do need to talk to a couple of people. So is there anything else you needed?
No, but thank you. And he leaves, talking to everyone in the way out as well, especially the ones that come to him. And I'm sure Annabelle sees there's a lot of them.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, and as soon as I leave, I'm going to message Paula. And he's going to say, we are actually doing the operation, the one that I prepared for. Get all the files. We're going to meet with the group.
She'll say, I'll start rolling it out.
Okay.
As that's going, and this is going to be the last one, we do have time. So, Theo,
It should be fast.
I'm going to worry about it. Go on. Where are we at?
Theo has partially surprised our dear Regent Graves. He texted her about 10 minutes before he arrived and said, hey, I'm going to be coming to your office. So it's not a full surprise, but it's not giving her a lot of time to prepare.
Oh, yeah. Ashley, when you come in, you're seeing students leave. You're seeing her office is immaculate. It is so tidy. Even the perfectionist in you is impressed. She has 2 cups of tea. The fireplace is up and it's roaring, but at the same time, the chairs are not very, very close to the fire. And she sits there and she waits for you at the door. Once you kind of hop in, she just kind of gestures over and gestures to the seat next to her.
And he'll make sure to shut the door before he goes and sits down.
She's not frazzled. She's relaxed and calm. And she just kind of gives you a look like,
you tidied up.
oh, this has been tidy for the past month or 2.
It's been a minute since we last spoke.
It's been about a couple of months.
A minute, exactly.
What can I do for you?
Firstly, some small pleasantries to get them out of the way.
Very well.
How are things? How is the chantry? Have we fallen apart? Anything blown up?
We lost 2 labs, but we created new ones. We are doing well. We have several classes already done, and we have some of our newest Tremere have already been initiated and have been moving into their, shall we say, respectable new places of living.
Fantastic. I also received a new cadre of revenants.
Excellent. I heard about somebody coming in new. I wasn't sure. I hadn't been able to reach out to you just yet.
A few more refugees from London. They have stories.
I'd like to hear those when you have a chance.
Yes, we will be setting that up in some time. They need to get fully settled in first.
Well, they did have a rather bad run, so I completely understand that.
How's the new Magister doing?
Well, actually, that's why we were doing so well with getting students in and out.
Good. Glad to see that there was someone who was better to replace me.
Well, you're hardly one to be replaced, but Magistrate didn't exactly suit your knowledge space.
I was a temporary solution, and we found a better one.
But I wouldn't say that some of your teaching wasn't completely inadequate.
I don't even know how you would pay attention to this, but I'll ask anyways, as this is the main topic I bring before you.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
How many Tremere go to the Succubus Club?
Ugh. God, I hope none. But
and I doubt that's true, Tracy.
I would wager, if I had to wager, out of how many Tremere we have here, 10 to 20. That's lowballing it. We have a lot. Why am I supposed to make it persona non grata?
No, I don't see that as being a problem. But as a follow-up to that, do you know how many of them have personally interacted with Portia? And Theo says Portia in a way that very much is like, that's not her fucking name. Because he's testing to see if Tracy knows.
She kind of chuckles for a moment. Yeah, Portia.
Glad to
So
see
glad you.
we're on the same page then.
I don't know, but I have heard that there was a lovely young woman that was wanting to learn new things and new technology that has been going around. Have I seen it? No, I have not. Have I heard? Absolutely. I heard a whole bunch of kids coming down the hallway going, how do these people not know technology? Aren't they catching up with the times?
All I'm hearing is we need to teach more for technomancy.
What do you think I started to push?
Excellent.
Once I heard somebody wanted to learn, I jumped on it and started to push and teach. But at the same time, they're saying, and they're easily sussing out age with who knows what about computers, phones, and other technology.
Yes. People would think that walking next to a reactor you wouldn't feel anything. You would be wrong.
And knowing her, yeah, no. I know for a fact that I've heard several people being just complaining about it. That weird questions are being asked, and why are they doing this? Someone doesn't just jump on a boat and row themselves to, I don't know, Timbuktu anymore.
Any rumors of any ones that are humoring these conversations instead of turning them away?
I have told all of them that if anyone was to ask about certain things, is to come to me. Because each clan learns differently. We can't give information out without making sure that we know we're giving the right information and charging for it.
And information is rather a secondary skill for our clan. We're far better at service.
True, but you can't service what you don't know.
Also true.
And I'm not going to turn around and give any information out to somebody that we don't know. And if let's just say some new Rose doesn't know about certain things, well, shouldn't she go to her primogen?
It seems like a far more reasonable concern than asking a clan that, well, Pillar has never been all that direct in the education of outsiders.
Not to mention, we never got a full pillar anyhow. And now they've let one pillar go out of spite, and having granted us one, why should we turn around and open our doors and our books and our knowledge to anyone else?
I think more and more with each passing night that the Nosferatu have the smartest design.
Agreed. But I would also like to point out that even though some of our brethren that decided to defect, they always came back.
I have met a couple of those. Not too many, thankfully.
Yes, well, the rest are all dead.
The problem with treating our clan as the Nosferatu is that there is so much more backstabbing.
No.
I'm sure the Nosferatu have their fair share of it. Internal conflict is natural to existence. But the internal just feels different with us.
Well, that's because we all were bonded. That's hardly something that's going to give us any sort of a foundation of trust. We never trusted anyone to begin with.
And then it started.
Ourselves.
And then it also started the reform, mainly driven by Karna, but others took to it as well of, oh, well, now we have free will, let's truly exercise it, and poor choices have been made.
Theodore.
I'm not saying that some of them couldn't be made. It's just we have to recognize that they're not good choices.
True, but you do know how Karna turns around and blood bonds by sex.
Yes.
Do you even think that that's even a true connection?
No, not in the slightest. Karna is just trying to become the second Tremere.
Or if Tremere hasn't already taken her over.
Do you know something I don't?
I don't know anything officially, nor do I know anything by any means of having any documentation. But knowing Karna before, and now knowing Karna afterwards, let's just say things are a little sus, if you know what I mean. Think about it. All of a sudden, a loyal Tremere goes and breaks with Tremere, then turns and makes her own house, and it's not regimented. It is a completely open-eyed, open-minded, completely sexually debauched house. And the only way to turn around and bond somebody, because it's not like we can bond anyone anyhow, it's through that. What will we have been denied? And of course, we're all repressed in one way or another. Think about it.
But does that speak to a bond between the two, or that one has taken the other?
What is a bond?
Vastly different from diablerie.
But a bond is taking of another and enslaving somebody else at the same time.
Yes, but taking the mind, not the body.
The body and the mind are one. They always have been.
Agree to disagree on that front.
Oh, that's right. You're a medical doctor.
No, this isn't from the medical side I'm speaking, Tracy. This is from my thaumaturgical expertise.
Yes.
The mind and the body are vastly different.
Well, forgive me to disagree due to the fact that at the same time, they're not. I've worked with mages. You cannot have mind without matter, but you cannot have matter without mind.
A perfectly annoying system.
But it's efficient and effective.
Agreed.
Now you tell me. I know your sire was here a bit ago, and I have a feeling he started to go that way. Has he turned and has he been different since you last saw him?
Not in any way that I could point out.
Yet. He comes again. Talk to him, see if he's still the same Tremere, or has he opened his mind and become a little bit more freer?
I'll keep it in mind.
Okay.
And we should pass it to those in the chantry who need to know and who are observant. I just don't want anyone making friends with neonates. And again, Theo says it in a way that he does not mean that word.
I will have, and I will instruct everyone to make friends or make do with those that they know. But if there's a strange, shall we say, neonate that doesn't know how to work a phone, send them to their primogen. Do not engage.
And if work is asked for, then simply say would need to speak with the regent for approval.
Absolutely. We will not give out any knowledge that isn't well deserved and well paid for.
Good. I will talk with you later, Tracy.
You have a
good
lovely
evening.
You too.
And Theo will leave.
And with that, I think that wraps up tonight because we went over. I am so sorry, everyone. Thank you for staying. But wow. Thank you. This was a lot, and a lot of information was
It
given
was
out.
great. It was great.
This was the info dump episode, though.
It was the info dump
It
episode, but
was.
we needed
It
one.
was.
We needed one.
You needed a thick one.
Yeah, we needed a big episode for info dumping. Yes, we did.
The info from this is as thick as the Mage book.
Yes. All right. Thank you.
550 pages.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Thank you everyone for joining us. And we do hang out in the Discord when we are not streaming, so join us over there. We also post our casting calls there. So if you want to play games with us here on Twitch, you have to be part of the Discord community so that you can apply when we post games up in our casting couch. And right now there is one ongoing recruitment for guests for Call of Cthulhu 7E London Esoteric Society on Saturday afternoons at 3 p.m. Eastern. Across the Atlantic, that's like an evening game. But over here, it's an afternoon game. Okay? And yeah, because like even on the West Coast, it's like noon. Okay? So it's an afternoon game on Saturdays. If you're interested in that, you want to sign up to play as a guest, because I'm telling you, the way Tiss runs her game, she will literally ask every week before the game, okay, who's available this week? And she will fill her table that way. So guests have the opportunity to play as often as they are available and want to. You're basically core cast. Okay. But it also helps alleviate some of the responsibility on Tiss to have people playing characters that help flesh out the story. Okay. So if you're interested in playing Call of Cthulhu, I highly recommend it. 7E is a very good edition of Call of Cthulhu. It is a lot of fun. And it is fantastic if you're into the cosmic horror Cthulhu stuff. It's really a good game. So check that out if you're interested. And of course, we also do Zoom hangouts when we are not streaming on Friday and Saturday nights. So pretty soon we're going to have a Friday Zoom hangout or two when For Dust We Are goes on break. Okay. But it's not, next week is the finale. The week after that, they have a non-streamed cast meeting that all ongoing chronicles and campaigns have with our stuff. And then literally we got 2 weeks after that are open. We might do a Zoom hangout or two during those Fridays. Okay. So that's when we'll be doing one of those. And check out our back episodes on YouTube. That is where we post all of our content that we stream here on Twitch. We have the McStabber Studios YouTube that has over 6 years of World of Darkness contents covering most of the splats. And also we have a variety of other TTRPGs, including some independent TTRPGs as well that I personally love to run. And we do have some tips and guides on how to run games and stream games as well available on our channel for your enjoyment. And Tiss puts her content on the London Esoteric Society YouTube, so you can check out her Call of Cthulhu game. If you're interested in that or possibly applying for that, you can check out to see how she runs it. You also can check out a D&D 5e campaign called Ishbel that she ran with us, and that was a fun game. And she also has a few other games that she has run with us that she posts on her YouTube channel at the London Esoteric Society YouTube link. Do check out our friends that not only tell amazing stories with us here at McStabber Studios, but they do some awesome stuff on their own channels. Junie Von Esch, what you got going on?
Well, I turned around and did a whole bunch of these, which are big
dice bags.
Big Damn Hero. Yes. Done for the Firefly colors for Jane Hat. Did some of those today. A lot of things happened today. But anyhow, we're also talking about maybe lining things, and I'm getting more yarn. So a lot more stuff might happen. We'll see. If I'm not there, though, Ravenous Archon's channel, he is doing a Teens in Space for the next 2 more Mondays.
Monday nights. Yep.
Right.
At 8 p.m. Eastern. Mm-hmm.
Yes. If I'm not there on his channel doing something, I'm here doing either something on a Wednesday, a Friday, or a Saturday.
And sometimes a random Thursday.
Exactly, because somebody wanted to turn around and say, here, play Changeling in a hotel room. And I
Yes.
went, okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
no problem. But if I'm
Hey,
me or
any chance to play Changeling, I'm fucking in. Okay.
you're not wrong.
But
if
I
you don't
fucking
see-
love that splat.
It's a good splat to be in,
It
especially
is.
when you deal with an otter puka.
Yeah. The
And there
otter
were
puka
others.
was fucking bae. I'm not
Yes,
gonna
he
lie.
was, because sushi. But if you can't see me here, don't worry. Go on the Discord. You'll find out when me or any of the other friends go live.
Yeah. So definitely. And as Junie said, check out Ravnos Archon. He does stream TTRPGs that are not D&D. That's his little tagline for his channel. He streams TTRPGs that are not D&D. So if you're interested in a variety of lesser played or more obscure games, check out his channel, because he really does cover a lot of those. Like right now, he's doing the Teens in Space, which is by the same people that did the Kids on Bikes and stuff like that. So it's a good little 3-parter that he's doing on his channel for that system. And he did like Wander Home, and he's done a bunch of other things too there. And he does, I know on occasion he does a vampire game where he alternates between Camarilla and Anarch, and he does just a bunch of games, y'all. A bunch of games. That man streams a lot. Okay. So check him out and give him some support. And then Zykeashire, she actually plays video games most evenings during the week to basically, hang out and just de-stress and play some like Arc Raiders she's been doing here lately. Yeah, and just if you enjoy video games, check her out, give her some support. And then we got Cirque Lunicus, who is a variety streamer, or he's basically a Twitch bard. He's basically he will do dancing stuff, related stuff, like even doing the Just Dance game where he does dancing and kind of shows that dancing can be very accessible. And then he also does some art projects, some other things like games that may deal with some mental health issues and stuff, and talk very openly about these things. He puts out some really great content, y'all. So y'all should go check him out. Okay. And also, if you would like to check out our studio merch, we have some cool stuff. Okay. We got stickers. We got notepads. We got t-shirts. Okay. We got loads of stuff. Coffee cups, travel mugs, all kinds of stuff that relate to our studio and our various games we have run on this channel. So check that out. And make sure, if you're interested in looking at the merch, that you are signed into an account at the Zazzle link that's in chat right now. Because if you're signed into your account, you can go to your account settings and set it so that you can see all items. There's like a rating system that they use. So make sure you have access to the highest, most restrictive rating so that you can see all of our stuff, because we do have to rate our stuff as adults when it has swear words on it per Zazzle policy, such as our Camp Wish a Motherfucker Would Camp Counselor t-shirt. It literally says Camp Wish a Motherfucker Would. Yeah. So that's hidden behind the adult rating. And if you don't have that selected, you won't even see the listing at all. It ceases to exist if you don't have the right settings. Okay. So just make sure you do that if you're interested in any merch. And if you would like to support these amazing players here, show your biddies, y'all. Not your titties, your biddies, okay? Showing titties is against toss here on Twitch, but giving biddies is absolutely within toss, okay? So bits and donations are distributed amongst our cast here at McStabber Studios. If you're interested in supporting the studio itself, you can do so by subscribing here on Twitch. If you have Amazon Prime, you get 1 free subscription a month. You might consider giving that to us if you enjoy our content. And if you don't want Twitch to be a horrible pimp that takes nearly half of your money before we ever see a penny of it, you can buy Mama a coffee. Our coffee link is in chat. With that, literally, we get most of that money. Okay. And that money is used to help cover some of our studio expenses, because this is not free, y'all. This is not free. We pay for costuming, we pay for equipment, we pay for subscriptions to licenses so that we can use cool music and cool, video clips and stuff for our intros and all that stuff. So literally, it helps offset these expenses. Okay. And then the post processing, getting it ready for YouTube, that's a subscription to Adobe. Okay. So literally, it costs money to do this stuff. But I'm not saying you got to. If you're inclined to, those are the options for doing so, for supporting us financially. But if you are unable to or not wanting to, we're not going to judge. Okay. It's your money. You decide what you do with it, dear. And if you need it to survive, please use it for that first. Okay. We will be fine. All right. But literally, you can support us for absolutely free by going to YouTube. Okay. Go to our YouTube channels, both the McStabber Studios and the London Esoteric Society. Click on the subscribe button for free there. Okay. And then as you're watching videos on our channels there on YouTube, make sure you hit the like button and type a 5-word or more comment. You can ask questions. You can make commentary on a scene that you saw in the video. You can do whatever you want. You can say it's absolute garbage. You can do that if you want. Just make sure it's 5 words to describe that it's absolute garbage. Okay.
And also know that commenting brings it up more in your algorithm, not less. But
yeah, exactly. You're just helping us with the algorithm. It's fine. You can rag on us. It's fine. We can take it. But literally. We can talk and take it. And I will say the things that do annoy me are the fucking rules lawyers. Those are the annoying ones. Yeah, they can fuck off, because we're going to play games the way we want to fucking play them. If you don't like it, play the games yourself, okay? But literally.
Right there on the first page.
Yeah.
Full suggestion. Up
Rules in games are a suggestion, okay? You can change them however you see fit once you buy the game, okay? Or have the game. Either way, I'm not going to judge. But seriously, comment on the videos and like them. The combination of the two, what it does with the YouTube algorithm, because the algorithm is actually it's not that complicated at YouTube. It really isn't. What it does is it sees that interaction on our videos and it pops us up higher in searches when people are searching for TTRPG content like ours. And it also pushes us out to the front page. As soon as you go to youtube.com, you see suggested videos on your front page. We would be there for folks that like to look at TTRPG streams if you comment and like videos. Okay, so that draws more eyes to our content. That draws more people to engage with the content there. That drives people to come to our Discord and hang out with us and apply to play games. And a number of our players now in our streams have come from YouTube. A raise of hands of people that came from YouTube at this table. Yeah, see here, half at this table came from YouTube. You build our community by engaging with our videos there. We thank you for it. Okay? Because we do respond back. We do interact and respond to those comments. You are not typing into the void. Right? We read them. We do. And we respond when appropriate. All right. Now I've done my spiel about supporting us. I know it was long. I'm sorry, guys. But anyway, over the next week, we have Wednesday, Mage. Ultra's happening, y'all. And a protest. It should be fine. Everything's going to be fine. And we got a guest. Okay? Coming from Orlando.
And we got a guest.
Coming from Orlando. I'm sorry.
Maybe they're a Universal employee and they're just looking for a fucking break.
So last session of Mage, there were some big fucking things dropped. And if you haven't watched it, I'm not going to spoil it. You better watch it, because there was some big shit drop for multiple fucking player characters. Okay. So yeah, and Jack got a Seeking. He got his Arete 3. Okay. Yeah, rock on.
Welcome to the lowest rank of the big leagues.
I know,
Oh,
right?
man.
The lowest rank of the big leagues. Yeah.
Mm.
But that's when you really get to do cool shit. Okay. And shit that literally will whiplash you like a motherfucker.
Oh yeah, Paradox is going to get worse once everyone's at our tier.
Yeah. It always is. Shit gets vulgar real quick. So that's Mage, 8 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. Can you tell I enjoy that splat too? Because I really do. And then we have Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, the season 3 finale of For Dust We Are, our Vampire the Masquerade B20 game. They had a nice little meeting with their Mala. They got rewarded for stealing a very important historic saxophone for her, okay? They did a good job, so she rewarded them. She also gave them some advice and a little bit of scolding and correcting on behaviors. But you know, that's what a good Mala does for her little kids, okay? So it was great. And then, of course, at the end, there was some ghosts from the past. Yeah. I chose those words specifically. But yeah, so that's going to be fine. Yeah. They're going to have a grand old time in the finale. And then we are back here with Chicago Hidden City at 8 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. Tiss and her crew for Call of Cthulhu are on break right now. But Chicago Hidden City will be back at 8 p.m. on Saturday, and we are going to have a guest on Saturday evening. Yep. Yep. And I'm looking forward to it. Jocelyn is going to be joining us again. Yep. So that's our schedule for the week. Again, thank you all for joining us. Lastly, take care of yourself, y'all. Your mental well-being is incredibly important. Do not minimize it, okay? Ask yourself, because hardly anyone is ever going to ask you this, because we've all been conditioned, especially here in the West, to ask, how are you? And our default response is, someone give me the default response.
Fine.
Yep,
Fine.
see, that's how we're conditioned. To answer, oh, I'm fine, when people may not be fine. It's a little lie that we all tell because we've been conditioned to do it. However, look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, how do I feel? And sit with that for a minute and figure out how you actually feel. And if you don't feel good, if you are feeling very bad, I want you to get help. Okay? If things are real dark for you, if things are just agitating you left and right, and you are just so reactive to everything, you've likely had some trauma triggered. That's called PTSD, dear. And if things are very dark for you and your depression or bipolar or other conditions, are out of whack, please get help. Okay? If you have a support network, please rely on that. If you have professionals that you can get booked with, please contact them. Literally first thing Monday, if you don't have access to their direct lines to communicate with them on weekends, okay? Contact them first thing Monday to get on their schedules. If you are really in crisis, I want you to reach out to a freaking helpline, okay? Or call 911 if you need to, all right? Seriously. Right now in chat, there is a list of organizations you can call or text 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to get crisis support. If those organizations do not suit your needs, or you are outside of the US, or you are otherwise engaged, or you're watching on YouTube and don't see the listing that we post on Twitch, please go to findahelpline.com. That website is super easy to navigate. It is so fast to get you resources that you need. You literally pull your location from a drop down. It loads the immediate next page. You click on a bubble for what you need, or if those don't cover it, you say other, and then it gives you a whole list of things that you can get help for in your location. Okay? You can get the help you need. Those organizations, those support networks, they are staffed by people that are trained to help you get off that ledge. They are also often staffed by people that have been through that same crisis and want to help others. That's fucking empathy, y'all. And that's what drives people to be in positions of service like this for other humans. Okay? So literally let them help you. They want to. A lot of these organizations are staffed by volunteers. They want to fucking help you. Let them. And it is not something you should be ashamed of. We are not perfect creatures, and we all need help sometimes. We aren't meant to get through this journey of life all alone. We need friends. We need loved ones. We need support. Okay? And also, I'm a McStabber. I'm a registered nurse. As you can tell, I'm batshit passionate about well-being, including mental and physical and all the whole thing. Okay, so I'm a registered nurse. I was trained to be that way, but I was born fairly empathetic. Okay, so really, I want you taking care of this and this. Okay, so take your meds, drink your water, get some sunshine when you can, but make sure you're wearing that SPF, and it needs to be a minimum of SPF 50. Okay. There are even lotions and stuff now that don't leave a white cast. So you can get lotions that you can wear every fucking day. All right. And nobody will know. And you protect your skin while you're doing it. Okay. Because your skin is an organ. You only get one. And if it gets sun damage, you might end up with cancer. Okay. So, and you're over and more exposure over time increases the risk of skin cancer. Okay. So please wear the SPF because skin cancer is horrible, y'all. And also make sure you're vaccinated, that your vaccines are up to date, that you get the boosters you need to get, that you get the virus vaccines when they are in season or available. COVID's available year round. Flu has a specific season. So you want to get those when you can. It is very important. And literally, I know here in the US, there is in some locations there's an issue with getting COVID vaccines. Like it's only approved for like elder people or people like severely at risk for some reason. But CVS allows you to sign up for it online and you just check, yes, I'm eligible. They don't verify shit. You can go get it. Okay. I'm not a CVS stan, not in the slightest, but they are allowing people to just get fucking vaccinated. Okay. So please go get vaccinated for COVID. It's real fucking important. It helps keep you out of the hospital with it. It helps prevent you from dying from it. Okay. It minimizes the symptoms dramatically. Please get it. And also, if you're responsible for minor children, get your fucking kids vaccinated. The diseases that have been nearly eradicated by vaccination of children were vaccines were created for those for a reason. These childhood illnesses used to kill a lot of kids. And with them making a comeback, they're going to kill a lot of kids. That doesn't sound pro-life to me. Not in the slightest. So get your fucking kids vaccinated, y'all. Okay? It doesn't cause autism. That shit's genetic. Either you or someone else in your bloodline has the tism somewhere. Okay? Because that's how kids get it. And literally, just do it. Just do it. Quit being fucking stupid, people. For real. I can lead horses to water, but I can't make jackasses drink, and it's your choice to be a jackass if you want to be. But I'm going to tell you, if you're smart, you'll take care of what you need to take care of. Also, make sure here in the U.S. that you are registered to vote. I know some states have already had their primaries. Other states are still preparing to have primaries. Make sure you participate in the primary process. Yes, John.
Also, check when your local elections are because those do not always line up with your state and federal elections.
Yes.
For example, here in Texas, we are having local elections next month. And
Yep.
so early voting starts this upcoming week.
Yep.
So
And you got to participate. The local elections are just as important as the frickin' primaries and midterms. Okay, more, because local elections, they determine how you are governed in your own house and in your town and in your city. Okay, your local elections are incredibly important to participate in because that's not determined by electoral college. That's all popular vote. So get out and fucking vote, y'all. Okay? And I get it's difficult when you have to work a damn full-time job to get out to the polls. But polls are typically open until later in the evening. And if you are in line to vote before the polls have closed, you need to stay your ass in line because you legally have a right to fucking vote. Do not let them send you away. If you were in line before the polls closed, you stay in line. Do not leave until you vote. Okay? But participate in primaries, participate in your local elections. Oh my God, local and state elections are so fucking important, y'all. And like, that's where the federal people come from, local and state elections, okay? So literally get the right people in the local and state ones, and then you end up getting good people for the federal too, okay? So do that. It's all strategic, y'all. But literally, when it comes to the midterms in November, participate in the primary so that there's a chance that the person you want gets on the ballot. Even if they don't, be strategic. Okay? We have got to get the GOP out of control in our Congress, in the Senate and the House, because there are currently no checks and balances with the illegal shit the presidential administration is doing. None. So please fucking turn out. I've been seeing some amazing turnouts in primaries. I'm loving it. I've been seeing some amazing turnouts in special elections that are flipping seats. Fantastic. I'm loving it. Make sure we keep that momentum all the way to November. Okay? Because we have got to flip it. We have got to flip some seats. We have got to get more fucking Democrats in control so there can be some fucking checks and balances, y'all. I mean, the Democrats can throw up articles of impeachment every goddamn day, and nothing's going to get voted on because the GOP controls Congress. Literally. And trying to get the 25th Amendment done? Yeah, good luck. Not with everything controlled by the Republicans. By the folks that want this fucking shit. By the Christo-fascist fucking MAGA fucking cult. Yeah. Please look out for one another. I know ICE is still running fucking amok in cities. It just isn't getting national news anymore. And literally, just please, y'all, look out for yourselves. But plan to vote. It is the only way we as a society can actually fight this. Protesting is great. Protesting brings attention to the problems. Okay? Protesting is great. If you're going to protest, do so safely. Okay? Be as safe as you can because you are at risk if you protest under the current regime. All right? But also understand that it is important that we not just protest, that we actually vote. I've seen a lot of people turn up for protests. I hope every single one of them are going to be voting. Okay? Please. For the rest of the folks that actually voted for this shit, that voted third party in a presidential election in a self-perpetuating bipartisan system that was just fucking stupid, and for those that abstained because they weren't going to be affected, they thought, or just wasn't worth it because their vote didn't count. Fuck off. There's so much blood on your hands right now, and there's going to be more. Because it's going to get worse before it gets better. Fuck off. For the rest of us, please be safe, look out for one another, look out for your loved ones, and have a good night.